Because you don't need 20 friends. You just need 3 motherfuckers and you could take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished because we got each other.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Are you in deep thought, Brian, or can I interrupt you real quick for like 1 minute?
You can.
Okay, dude. All right. So you know the Karate Kid?
Uh-huh.
Okay, the first one, 1984.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm
One of the
watching
first
it with
movies
my
I
niece.
went to watch in the
No,
theater.
no. You got to listen. I'm watching it with my niece. And so kids, like lens, they see things that, like, you know, you may have missed. And it's never been more true than this. So we watched up to where Daniel gets his ass kicked at the gate when he poured water on him when they were smoking weed or whatever, and you should have left alone, right? So my niece said, "Joe, can you stop it?" And so I stopped it, and she goes, "I thought that Miyagi fixes everything." I go, "Well, he does." She go, "Why didn't he fix the pool?" Right? So at the beginning of the movie, the pool's fucked up, right? Right. And he's the fix-it guy, right? He's the maintenance man, right? Because Mom said, call the maintenance man. He fixed the sink and he fixed his bike and like he has a bougie dojo and all of that, right? And it never dawned on me, why didn't he fix the fucking pool? Right? You would think that like fucking Miyagi had some like that and sand would come out and throw it in there and act like a shock or a flock or whatever for the pool and turn it blue again.
I can't tell if
That's
I'm
a
super
big
stoned,
hole, bro.
I can't tell if I'm super stoned or if Hood is super stoned.
Bro, I'm just saying, like, that's a major plot hole. Why didn't he fix the fucking pool?
Real quick, shout out to everybody hanging out with us tonight. That session was immaculate.
It just like, and that movie's 40 years old, dude. Like, I barely like, yeah, why didn't he fix the fucking pool?
Hey, man.
Right?
Yeah.
That's why we only ever had above ground pools at home when I'm growing up, you know?
Yeah.
Dude, I got a pool, dude. It is not worth it, dude. The neighbors' fucking leaves like fall in there and throw off all my fucking chemicals, dude. It's a fucking bitch, dude.
It's crazy. Listen,
fuck swimming pools.
Drew from One of Comics has a pool that he's like, every time he's got to go, he's like, I gotta chemical bomb it before I go out of town or whatever. I'm like, dude. By the way, Drew has never invited me over to his pool for a barbecue or to swim. What a jerk.
Yeah, no shit.
Wow.
Tell him in the chat.
All right. So basically it was an excellent session. Shout out to my boy Lord Zero, who when I went to the dispensary today, was super excited to tell me a story that he scored one of his grails. And I asked him what the book was, and he said he picked up a very fine giant size X-Men #1 and was super excited about it. And I think that's super cool to be excited about books like that again. And you know, like that's, you have a goal, you set a goal, you pick up grails. I think that's what this channel was kind of started with. But shout out to Lord Zero for that one. Hey, Hood, whenever you think of giant size X-Men, what do you think? What's the first thing you think of?
Wolverine. That's the first thing.
See, most people do, right? Most people do. First appearance of a major character who I think doesn't get enough credit, Storm. I think that book is way more important for that character than that third or fourth Wolverine appearance, right?
But you asked me, like, growing up.
I know,
like,
we all do see it that way, right? we all see it
Yeah.
that way, I think.
I think like G.I. Joe, and then around that same time, I like bought the Frank Miller miniseries, and then you kind of go down the rabbit hole, like, Wolverine, like that. Back then, Giant Size X-Men wasn't as expensive as it is like now,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. So, well, it's very interesting,
That's
and
awesome.
it was a lot of fun. All right, so we got a really good guest tonight that we're going to bring on that's got a really cool book idea that we've been talking about for a while now. I met Sienna going to cons, and she works with Bad Idea. She's a cool cat, and I've been telling her we got to figure out a way to get you on the show at some point.
that's why she looked familiar.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, but we have a reason now. We talked about this book a long time ago. I love these like promotional ideas that the Bad Idea crew does. So we're gonna get the skinny on all of it tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome Sienna from Bad Idea. What's going on?
Hey, thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah.
And glad I got remembered by Hood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you were talking to Aaron and you ignored me, so like I was just like, "Who's that?" And Aaron goes, "Oh, nobody."
Oh,
It's just like,
that sounds like Aaron.
I'm not sharing friends.
Yeah, Aaron's
So-
very selfish that way.
No,
He
you
is.
didn't ignore me. You said hello.
Dude, I was looking at a really crazy. Let me see if I can grab this picture real quick of an old. Anyways, if I can grab it, I'll pull it up. But old school con pics. We went to San Diego this year, and me and Leg and Clutch were there on Tuesday, and I think on maybe it was like Wednesday or something, where we go to a bar and you guys are chilling, and we pull up next to you, and the talk of the table was this book right here. We had been hearing it for a while, but we hadn't really seen any pictures until like good pictures until San Diego first happened. And I'm like, I got to have you guys come on to talk about it. And you're like, well, give us a chance to get it in hand. And I think you got one. So let's take a look at this thing.
It is absolutely wild. It is. And just so it's like no fooling, like I can wave this thing around, man. This stake is through this book. This took literally months of R&D with like a team of guys who did practical effects in movies to figure out how to get a wooden stake through a through a CGC book without cracking it.
Wow.
And CGC made us tell them how. In order to do the partnership, we had to tell them how we did it, because they were like, "How is that freaking possible, man?" So yeah, we just shipped these out. I have one here, and I'm so stoked to be able to have it on the show and to be able to take it home, because I was like, "Well, I need one of these because I need to go on the show."
Yeah.
And so, I might just forget to send it back to the office.
Never going back to the office at all.
This is my thing. The cool thing too is I can't really show it in my setup, but like the way the stake is set up, it's like a showpiece, so it holds it on a table basically. The stake serves as a stand, and yeah. But yeah, I mean, it is a cursed comic book. If you zoom in real close, I don't know how close you can see, but there are two vampire bites. There
Oh,
you
that's
go.
dope.
Boom, boom, that go through the whole book. And then, then they were slabbed, and the stake went through the slab after grading.
That's cool.
Without cracking the book.
That's so fun.
Hey, pull your mic back just a little bit from your face. There you go.
There we go.
So it was funny because when we sat down with you guys, we brought up that, what was that, Hood? You might remember, and I'm spacing on the name. That book that got shot through the whole book, and it had different caliber bullets.
Oh, damn it!
Oh, you guys showed that off months ago, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was an old school
Aaron would know
indie book where they shot through the book with different caliber bullets through the whole book, and they've been doing cool ideas like this for years. And I think that this is like a fun extra part of the hobby, and you did something special, right? Where like, how did you get these? How did retailers get these? Because there's only so many of these out there, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, because we had been like I said, working on this thing for months. my coworker Brock was our liaison with the effects team, and the amount of like I said we need to release like a behind the scenes documentary because we have so many so many photos of like smashed slabs of them trying to get the stake through the slab without breaking it. We have so many broken ones. But yeah, so there was only 36. We legitimately we couldn't make more. It took so much time to make each one of these that we could only make 36.
Are all the
So because
are
yeah.
are all the stakes different?
Yeah, they are all hand carved actually. Like that is from a
Oh.
cedar grove of like cedar trees and the team like chopped down branches and hand whittled each one of these. So yeah, each of the stakes is unique. Uh and yeah, so there's only 36. That's what I mean like it like takes so long to make each one of these. So stores could get it. It's basically a 1 in 500, but it was first come first serve. So we did run out. There are 36 out there. Um, and yeah, stores had to basically we kind of wanted to help stores who were doing exclusives on the book. That was our idea with how to tie it in.
Yeah.
Because we had some folks who wanted to do exclusives like Bird City, um, Borderlands comics and games. A couple Third Eye did a great exclusive. So we figured, hey, if you want to do an exclusive bet big on the book, you kind of get this as like an extra to to you know help you bet on the book. Yeah.
That's really cool.
It's a
Yeah.
good book too. It's everybody has been talking about actually the story. The first book has been really good.
Yeah, dude, it's Mike Carey who was on Lucifer, had a great run on X-Men. He kind of took a break from comics for a while and went off and did like had this crazy career just doing prose novels, super successful. So he hasn't been in comics for years. And so we got him back and he's working with Jonathan Wayshak. If there's any Spawn fans in the house, you know John's work
So good.
from Violator. It's dude, it's insane. Like this weird mix of like fine art illustration, but like super raw and intense, almost like Bill Sienkiewicz. Uh, it's crazy. If you see the actual pages in person, it's just like ink everywhere. Just really really cool. So yeah, the story is awesome. I have my copy is the chromium variant I have to show off
Oh, that's beautiful.
because I had to bring back the chromium. And they
Yeah.
came out really awesome.
We saw
But yeah,
those. We saw those. You guys are doing some actually really cool chromium stuff that feels like it hasn't really been done before, like or done since the '90s. That stuff is so
yeah.
hard to do. It's unreal.
It took a long time to get the chromium right because yeah, no one really does. We wanted it to feel like the 90s, the old school chromium, and nobody really does it anymore. It took us forever to find a printer who could handle it. We had to order a pretty big quantity to be able to get them done. And it took a lot of like we had a bunch of like just prototypes going back and forth where we were like not quite there yet, not quite there yet, till we got it to where we were happy with it. And now, man, I mean, if you see these like in person, it's hard to get a photo or video where
Yeah.
you really see like the chromium how it works. But when you see them in person, they just pop. So we're doing these for like all our big releases. So CUL-DE-SAC, Planet Death, obviously. Our big book in November coming up, Ordained, will have an awesome like stained glass chromium. It's been a lot of fun making them.
Yeah, it's funny because that I saw this too.
Oh yeah.
I was so bummed. I
Oh, wow.
totally spaced, and I forgot to get Thomas to sign my book in San Diego. I have the black and white ash
Oh,
can,
the ash.
which is
Yeah.
so beautiful. And then I saw this that the OA for that big beautiful 2-page spread sold, which is crazy.
It like my first day of Bad Idea was last year's San Diego Comic-Con was like my literal first day was the first day of San Diego. And one of the things I got to do that was like, oh my God, this is an awesome job was I got to like Tomas had all the pages from Planet Death. And I was like looking at that spread and I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I did not want to give it back. So I didn't know it was sold. So kudos
Yeah.
to whoever picked that up because it's a crazy spread. It's insane.
Well, and here's the even crazier thing, and I don't know how much he talks about it, but he's dealing with some he had been dealing with, I don't know if he's still dealing with them, but some major health issues, which made it really hard for him to actually draw for long periods of time. And you see this art, if you look at especially the black and white, if you guys look at the black and white interior art for Planet Death, you're gonna trip the fuck out. It is amazing, and this 2-page spread is redonkulous, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Tomas, like we've been working on Planet Death like since before I was at Bad Idea, because he's put so much into the pages. It takes like at least a week a page because he's inking himself traditionally for the first time on this book. And yeah, I mean, you can just see it when you get spreads like that, you know, because he's just like taking the time to do it right.
Yeah. So I was bummed out I didn't do that, and I brought it with me to the party and everything. And
Dang,
and
we gotta find you a signed copy.
well,
Because he's far. He's in Argentina too, so he's like up. We only really see him at San Diego.
are you what's the plan for New York?
Definitely going big in New York. We'll have a big booth. I don't think Tomas can make it out, so he won't be here. But we have some guests. We'll have some big announcements pretty soon. Derek will be back. Derek Kolstad, who wrote Planet Death with Rob Venditti. He'll be out. Josh Dysart, who has a big horror book coming out in December with David Lapham and Bill Sienkiewicz doing interior art. Yeah, he's going to be out in just at New York, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, Joshua Dysart was born here in Corpus.
Really?
Yeah. Texas boy. Yes, absolutely. I had no idea. He was talking to me about like, I think he was working like, I don't know, cattle ranch. Like grew up on kind of a cattle ranch out there. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
A place where they do not sell legal marijuana, which is a bummer.
Ooh.
New York's gonna be a good time this year. We were just talking about all the craziness that's going on with the blind bag world. What do you think about the whole blind bag thing? What is your thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, it's very fun. I do think it's funny. We did have like a big blind bag thing planned originally for April. Like before Planet Death came out, we were gonna do like a blind bag, like April Fool's type thing. And we would have been first, and we didn't do it. We were like, nah, man, like we gotta stop with the silliness. We're gonna hit with Planet Death in May. And and then the blind bag mania hit, and I was like, no, what the hell?
Yeah.
But then, man, they're fun. I mean, I feel like a lot of that spun out of what like Jack was doing at Whatnot, and it really built from there. Obviously, Battle Beast. I mean, doing crazy numbers, and now I know what the next big one, Batman, picking up on it. I mean, everyone's picking up on it now. You'd be stupid not to do it.
Yeah, I told Dinesh, the inside outside comic book.
Did you ever hear this story, Sienna?
There we go.
You ever hear this?
We have a chat, like at work chat. It's like the bad idea, like big idea chat, where we just throw in random stuff like that. And that's how you get things like this, where someone will just be like, I don't know, vampire comic. And then eventually we'll have a vampire book coming out and we'll be like, wait, what does that mean? How do we do that? So like, inside out comic book, we throw that in there. And then in 6 months, we'll try and figure out how to do it.
Tell her the idea, Hood.
Okay, so Dinesh was on with
Us.
what's his name?
The show. He was on the show.
Yeah, he was on the show, but who else was he with?
Mike Hansen.
Yeah, Mike Hansen. So you're talking about bad idea, and I said, hey, I got a bad idea for a comic. And he goes, okay, what do you got? And I said, you know how the night at the Roxbury, they did the first Inside Outside nightclub? Have you ever seen the night at the Roxbury? No? Okay.
No.
Well, anyway, I said I pitched the first Inside Outside comic book where the cover is inside the book. I've taken a lot of time to think about it and fabricate it, but it would be different.
Bad Idea also did one of the funniest. I almost look at it now as a troll because it's become a troll. but the
I know what you-
I feel like I know
invisible
what you're gonna say.
is the
Yeah.
invisible CGC book is like a holy grail, right?
It's pretty insane.
That was before my time, but even like I was a retailer running comic shops, and I remember seeing all that. And I think I always thought it was so funny. I couldn't. I was so surprised that there were people on the internet got so mad about it.
So
well, because it I don't think it's much to do with bad idea. It's the emotion around the grading
Yeah.
is huge.
yes.
Yeah.
People through their mind's eye feel they have a 9.8 and it comes back a 9.6, and the emotional swings that caused, whether it was CBCS, CGC. So, they targeted that frustration towards basically a harmless troll, and years later, I think people get it now. But at the moment, it was just targeting that energy and frustration off of, subjective grading and things like that, where they just channeled that and they go, okay, you're now my enemy. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how that went.
I think there's fun things to like collect with CGC and grading. Like it's got its own like subcategory of niche collecting, right? It doesn't even have to do with what's in the book half the time. Like if it's a certain number, they just go after like, a certain number, a low pop number, even like, okay, I'm just going to collect 3 5s, the people that collect the weird stuff, like the Young Avengers 9.5, like that's a cool thing to collect. The Bad Idea, Invisible book, Clutch, you just had a book that is genius that you could have spent a little bit of time on to turn it into a big book, but you're like, you know what? I'm just going to send it in and have fun with it.
Yeah. 2.5, baby.
This
What's
was
the
crazy.
pop count on the 2.5?
This is the one. It's the only one. It's the lowest. This is lowest graded Invincible number 1.
Did you wreck it, or did you find it like this? Or did
No.
you purposely
So
do it?
I posted a video on my YouTube channel today. Follow me, Big Clutch on YouTube.
I'll drop the link.
But I found this on a listing on shopgoodwill.com. And I was like, this in like it's beat to hell. It's got like a shit ton of water damage. It's all rippled. It looks like someone drove a car over it. It's like gnarly, and the pages are stuck together. And I was like, this is awesome. And so I was like, I had to buy it. I paid way too much money for it, for what it's probably really worth. And then I sent it in, and like we the guys in our group on the show talked about it, and it was like, there's ways to make it really, really bad that you guarantee it's going to be a 0.5. But I was like, I just want to send it in as is. I don't want to alter it in any way. And I think it's more authentic that way. Because I saw it and I wanted to do it because years ago there was that Walking Dead number 1, which was there was a 0.5 graded copy that was it's hard to see in that picture. Like CGC did a really good job of scanning it, but like if you look at here's the shit, I broke it. You can see the ripples.
Yeah, hold on.
Oh,
wow.
Crazy.
That's
Like
crazy.
the ripples on the cover.
Dude, that's fire, dude.
And it's like that
really
on the
good.
backside too. Like you can see like the full on ripplage and whatever. So like the pages are all stuck together. It's such a gnarly book. I was so stoked. So it's rad.
And
Yeah,
you got
that's
the
going to turn into a
Invincible
thing,
label.
dude. Like hey, look at this fucked up book I picked up, bro.
Well, like that Walking Dead number 1, like the one that they pulled out, like some guy, and this was like in 2013, I think. He found it in the backseat of his car, and it was like water damaged, sun faded. It was like beat to hell. And they sent that into CDC, and it came back as 0.5. And someone, he who not be named, owns it. I bought it for him on off of eBay for him. So I thought it was pretty cool.
That is cool, dude. That
Got
is cool.
character, everything, man. So
Now
Well,
there's going to be like an arms race to see who can get a lower graded copy of Invincible sent in.
But it's also like if you go do that, like I mean, I think the next lowest grade's a 4, but it's also like it's like crazy to think like, hey, I if you want it for the meme, I guess to just say, hey, I do have the 0.5, but you know, I thought having it I thought just keeping it as it is like the most truest way to do it. Like we can beat it up and resend it in and get a lower grade, but who knows?
So-
Maybe we do that.
I think it's a lot harder to get a 2.5 than a 0.5. 0.5,
Yeah,
you just tear it, set it on
I
fire.
think if I would have separated all the pages, I'm sure there would have been more. There would have been tears and stuff, and that would have probably got it right, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Because you said like it needs like tears.
Yeah, tears like
Yeah.
the cover, like cutting the corners and making them all round. You know.
And then as we all joke too, you can put them into trading cards.
So then
That's true.
yes. Okay, I got a question for you, Sienna. How did you guys had the book graded first, and did you just take your lowest grades and use those as the victims, so to say? Like, because I see some of them are like 9.4, you know.
Yeah, no. So so this is actually like there's a special edition of CUL-DE-SAC that we only printed for these books. It's like the Impaled Edition. So it's not just a normal comic. It's actually kind of crazy because we had to send these in, like we had a deadline to send these in to be able to work out the timeline on staking them and everything. And I thought it was so funny. We're like doing like multiple lettering passes on this thing. I'm like, bro, we're gonna like slam. No one's gonna open this, and if they are, like, there's gonna be a giant hole in the middle from where we stake this. But we're like doing dialogue fixes and stuff on this thing.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
god, it's so fun.
there's a limited print comic version of CUL-DE-SAC in there that we only printed for this, and so we sent that whole run and to get the 36.
Okay.
So that's the only place you can get that version of the comic.
And then
That's
you guys,
awesome.
yeah, and then you guys did something cool. We had Nick Key Collector on the industry show the other week, I think, maybe a week ago, talking about this book, which was super funny, right? I mean, like you had.
Did you read it?
I did read it. If you guys haven't read this, you can go read it. It's basically on. I think it's on Key Collector for free, I believe.
Yeah.
And it's just you guys kind of like making fun of yourselves, especially Dinesh. Totally just fucking with him, right?
Dude, we were joking. I was joking that I was Mr. T before we went on here, but like Dinesh is literally Mr. T in that comic, basically. He's like shirtless with a vest, like multiple gold chains, like swagged out in this crazy like Avengers Tower bad idea.
Hey, the does look like Dinesh.
Yeah, there's all that bling. I have an eye patch for reasons that are explained only in the script, where I lost one of my eyes in a knife fight in Botswana.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we had a ton of fun with this. This is my first comic I've ever been in, first comic I've ever been beheaded in. So I was very excited about that.
Did you get this page? Did you buy this page?
I should. I think David still has them.
You should
really
buy
want
this
that
page.
So good, yes.
Yeah, you should have that.
I should buy it.
Yeah.
Nick, I think we were talking at C2E2 because we were hanging out in Chicago and we were talking about like the process of making the slabs. And he was just a big fan of Wayshak's art. Like he just really liked CUL-DE-SAC. He loved the pages and he was like, I want to do something with this. And Key Collector never done any sort of exclusive, so he wanted to do something with CUL-DE-SAC. So once we told him about the stake books, he had the idea. He was like, what if we told the story, like the comic book version of like how these stake books came to be? And so then, of course, we went crazy on it and got like David Lapham from Stray Bullets to draw it. Josh Dysart, who's writing our Habitat book, wrote it. And like we went all out on making this comic for Nick. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's cool as shit. Nick is
That's awesome.
He's an interesting guy, man. I think and I tell him this all the time. I wish he would do more like live shows because you know, he doesn't show like his personality, and being able to jump on a show like this really shows like the type of person you are, and you get people that will like, okay, maybe change, like, you know, oh, I really like this guy, I'm gonna go check out his brand. And he seems like a super genuine, just cool dude. And he's always great to have on a show. I keep on telling him he's got to do more of these. And it's very interesting because having that app, he is a fucking bullseye for a lot of this stuff. And one of the things that, you know, he's going to catch shit for is creating his own comic. And he's like, fuck it, let's just do it. And I respect that. He only did 125 copies of it, which is
Yeah.
even cooler, you know? So the variant game is very interesting. What do you think about the whole exclusive variant game? I mean, I know that, you know, you deal a lot with that, where you are at Bad Idea, and it's very interesting. But, you know, is there any thoughts that you have about it that people wouldn't expect?
I don't know if it would be unexpected for people. So like I was a retailer for like almost 10 years before this, and so we did my stores did exclusives, and like they worked for us. We did exclusives that made sense for our store. And it was always cool, you know, getting to work with an artist, getting to work with a publisher, getting to design the look of your own cover, and like being able to market it. I liked doing that as a retailer. As a publisher, it's always fun too. It's just like getting to, I don't know, work with a retailer to kind of like, they have a vision for a cover, trying to make it happen for them. I really like doing that. Sometimes getting to pair them up with artists, and you know, basically like kind of, it's like a smaller version of like being an editor, but as a retailer. You know, you get to kind of edit your own book, like the cover at least. You're
Did
doing work
you
that an editor would do.
did you guys allow people to choose their own artists, or did they have
Oh yeah.
to? Yeah.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, yeah. I found a lot of cool artists that way. Of just people like bringing in people they knew. So far on like Planet Death. So I I think there's a place in the market for exclusives. I I know that there are a lot of people that can get down on them, for like, I don't know, inflating numbers or like for scarcity or whatever it is. But I think I think they're an important part of the market. I think they're a fun part of the market for retailers and for fans. And I mean, important for the market. I mean, they're important for a lot of artists. Like a lot of artists have to do variants. Like that's how they make. How they pay the rent. You know. And so exclusives are like super important for a lot of creators, I think. So yeah, maybe that's, I feel like that part doesn't really get talked about. Like when people talk about like, oh, there's so many variants, it's like, man, that's how a lot of artists like get their foot in the door in this business and just like pay their bills, is doing covers.
Yeah, totally.
How many variants did you guys end up doing for cul-de-sac #1? Do you know how many retailer
Man, I
exclusives?
don't know off the top of my head. We did, I they all start to blend together, especially, man, being on the monthly grind of publishing. It's like I'm working on I'm thinking about November and December right now. Like I'm working on the December catalog. I'm working on exclusives for November for Ordained. So like cul-de-sac was like so many moons ago. I can't think of the exact number, but I'll look it up and I'll after the show again.
Okay, explain that really quick, because you know, how you said you've only been with Bad Idea for a couple of years now, and you
1 year,
used to be
yeah. I
yeah,
just celebrated like my 1 year.
used to be a retailer. Like, how did you get into comic books in the industry, and comic books in general?
Yeah, so I'm actually named after like an X-Men character that has like 80 appearances. Sienna Blaze. She was an X-Men villain in the 90s. My favorite issue of her, she's in X-Men Unlimited 1, where she's like trying to kill uh Cyclops, Storm, and Professor X for like for sport. So yeah, my dad originally wanted to name me Rogue. He was a big comic book guy, and my mom vetoed Rogue. And honestly, I'm glad I did not have to go through middle school named Rogue. So Sienna was kind of like a secret, like, I don't even think he told my mom it was a comic book reference. Like I think he was just like, it's a city in
Amazing.
Italy, which is totally true. And so that's my comic book origin story, is like I'm named after a comic book villain. And so I when I was a kid, I went to the comic shop with my dad. Like when I learned how to read, I was learning to read. I read a lot of comics. My dad got back into collecting in the 90s, like when everyone did, because collected in the 60s and 70s when he was a kid, got the bug back. He was a big X-Men fan, so 90s X-Men got him back in. And then he quit buying monthlies because I was too expensive. So then it was just like going to the comic shop every so often was like a special thing. And I read a lot of his comics, trying to figure out how to read Age of Apocalypse when I was 10. And like he had like just a giant bin of all of Age of Apocalypse out of order. And I remember as a kid trying to figure out how to read this event. It was impossible.
Yeah, that's for sure difficult
It was
right
just
there.
not.
My
It was
God.
not work. It did not work out. And then reading from the library. And so I read a lot. I got back into it. Like I stopped for a little bit in middle school. I kind of got the bug back again in high school. And then in college, there was a comic shop right across the street from my school. And so that was when I first like opened a pull box, and I was just there like all the time. It's Chapel Hill Comics. It closed. So I was there so much, they just were like, why don't we just pay you? Like, you might as well work here. So that was my college job. I needed a job to pay the rent when I was at school. So I quit Ben & Jerry's that day. I remember I was there for a Brian Posehn signing. He was doing a Deadpool
Hell
signing, and
yeah.
they like hired me in the line. They were like, "You want to work here?" I was like, "Yes, let me go put my 2 weeks in." Like, went to Ben & Jerry's. I was like, "I'm so sorry. Like, I got a job at the comic shop," and they were totally cool with it.
That's a
all
tough.
good.
That's a tough.
Hey, I like that. They were cool with it.
Yeah, they
That's
were
pretty
chill.
cool.
Did
That'd
you
be a
read a
tough
lot
thing
of
to
comics?
walk away from a Ben and Jerry's job. Holy shit!
I
dude.
know, man. I
Like-
gave up that free ice cream and that tip money to go work at Chapel Hill Comics.
Like from independent,
dough,
like
baby.
independent books, like you know, what's your jam? What were some of the independents that you
Yes.
you love
So
to read?
that was Chapel Hill Comics was definitely like an indie shop. Like Underground was really big. So
Shout out to
I read it
Ronnie
on-
for that $9.99 super chat. Don't worry, Sienna. That wasn't one of us. That was
That
the
wasn't
super
one of you
chat.
guys.
Yeah, that was our super chatter. Ronnie just dropped a $9.99 super chat. He said, "I love the show." I will
Oh.
never change that sound ever for that reason right there. Dick and fart jokes are always funny.
I'll take it as a compliment. All right,
Yes.
so we need another one. We want another one during the show.
Yes.
Okay.
Quick.
I got really into Mad Men when I
hell
was in
yeah.
college. I read a lot of
Mike Allred.
Fantagraphics. I got into like a lot of like the cliche like 90s stuff. Like rediscovering that like early Fantagraphic stuff, like 8-Ball, Love and Rockets, all that stuff. But also Image was huge. It was kind of a big like boom time. It was right when Saga was coming out. Sex Criminals, Monstrous, like that kind of like Image explosion at that era was right when I was like hand selling all the time. So I was reading all those books and selling them. But yeah, in terms of like underground stuff, I really got into just trying to find all the weird Alan Moore like Eclipse books, like and Bilson. I have like Big Numbers and Brought to Light, all that weird stuff found in the back room. I got really into that kind of stuff. But yeah, Mad Men in college. That was my
That's
my
cool.
jam.
My here we go. Shout out to Ronnie again.
Thank you.
Farts are funny. They are funny, my friend. Thank you for that $9.99 super chat. So I just I was hanging out with my best friend the other day. He's like a brother to me, and he goes, "Dude, you'd be proud of me. I took this Alan Moore writing school online. It's because he's like he does like film production, and he writes his own films and stuff." And so he takes these classes online, and he took an Alan Moore writing class. And because of it, he read all of like the Alan Moore stuff, everything but Swamp Thing, basically all the superhero stuff and everything, which I think is super cool because the superhero stuff to me is my favorite stuff. I love Swamp Thing. That's one of my favorite all-time series in anything comics. I have a complete near mint collection of that shit that I saved from a flood one year. It's crazy. But anyways, he was telling me how he fell in love with all the superhero shit, right? And I thought that was super cool. Alan Moore, even though he's kind of like a crotchety old man right now and refuses to sign comics from what I hear, he is kind of a genius. And if you read those old school, like, you know, what is it? The Superman stuff that he does, the Green Lantern stuff that he does, he's a fucking badass. So I love the Alan Moore references.
Did Alan Moore like actually teach that class? 'Cause that's wild.
I believe so. I believe it's probably like a video class that he did.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, or a you know, podcast type thing. which is super cool.
That's cool.
I think that's great. But hell yeah. So how did you get involved with Bad Idea? Like what was that
Yeah.
like?
So I worked at that indie shop for like 2 years, and then it closed down. And so the big chain that used to be like my mortal enemy, because I was working at like this tiny store, and like the big chain next door, they were like, I was like, fuck those guys. They hired me, and I immediately went to go work for them because I still needed a job in college. So I worked at Ultimate Comics and just kind of worked my way up there. I part time, became a manager of a store, managed the flagship, managed all three stores, managed all three stores in the warehouse, and then opened a bunch
Wow.
of stores for them. So when I left, we had 6 stores in a warehouse, and I was managing the company with Alan, the owner, like 30 plus employees. We did a live show. I see Tim Brandt in the chat, was one of my customers. I think also watched the live show. I would do live sales on Facebook like twice a week. I was the host for fun. So I met Dinesh. I also helped run. We had a Comic Con, NC Comic Con, that Valiant back in the day would always come set up at, and it was always just such a good time. And so I knew Dinesh and like the old Valiant crew because they would come through and set up at the shows. So that's how I knew Dinesh, and I knew a lot of the creators like Rob Venditti. One of his first ever signings, like back years ago, was at Ultimate before my time. But so he would always come to the stores. So I became like good friends with Rob. So I knew a lot of the creators there, and I knew Dinesh. And so when I was thinking about leaving retail, Dinesh heard, and that's how I got the job over here.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinesh
It's
is
awesome. It's so cool. It's talking to folks who've had that huge retail experience and then getting them into like the publishing side it's such a, I mean, you come with so much knowledge and experience, and it's like it's such a valuable thing. I don't think people realize. Like, so smart of Dinesh to scoop you up and like do it. Mass.
Yep.
It's a great get. You know,
It-
and we've met many times at Comics Pros and events, and always like enjoyed like, you know, hanging out with you at shows and whatever. And like, I'm like, oh, they know what they're talking about. Like, there's you see people at like Comics Pro, and you're like, all right, that guy's a slapdick or whatever. Like that, they don't know what they're talking about. But like, you are always cream of the crop. So yeah.
Oh man,
awesome.
thanks so much. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, definitely. Like having retail experience, such a big help going into publishing. I also feel like I was just, you don't, as a retailer, you think you know about publishing, and then you don't actually know. Like you don't know what you don't know. I feel like retailers, if they took like a 2-week course working at a publisher as like an intern, like it'd be so like eye opening.
You
And
just said
like,
you just said the thing that I talk about all the time, where
oh really?
as a collector, you know, I thought I knew everything about comics, right? I thought like I knew everything about comics. And I used to have, you know, my buddy and you know, a good friend of mine, Jesse Criscione, was always telling me, he's like, you don't know anything about comics, Brian. I thought I was doing this content. I talk about it every week. I look at all the sales. I know everything, you know? And he's like, you know nothing, Padawan. And it was like, you know, very evident. And that is the fucking truth. You're 100%. Like, you think you know comics until you deal with what the actual industry and what really goes on and some of the craziness that happens. And then you also meet people that worked in the industry and how things are actually done and how the sausage is made. It's a totally different world.
And it's the same way too. I would say the same way if like people are in publishing and haven't worked retail. It's the same way. Like you don't know retail then.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's just it's our industry is like so specific. Like there's so much specific knowledge that like it takes a lifetime to accumulate. You know?
Yeah. There was this, I think it might have been Thomas Sowell that has this comment where he says like, you know, anybody can gain knowledge, but it's like the experience that is so important in life. And until you do that job where you're selling comics for every day for years, you don't really know comics. You might know like what, you know, your favorite comic books and what goes on in comics, but the other, there's a different side of this, and once you see how the again, like, you know, the cheesy saying, how the sausage is made, it's very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still learning. I mean, I'm just a year in. But yeah, it definitely was eye-opening. My first like a book needs to go to print, seeing what that week is like when we're sending books to the printer.
I have a feeling you probably kept that little shop open just because of um, the knowledge you brought from reading and maybe suggesting titles. And uh, when you have experts like that in a comic shop where they can, oh, I know you're going to like this because you like this, and though, and you talk about the experience. It's how you make a customer feel, and those are customers that'll continue to come back. And so you probably kept that little shop open just from just the customer service aspect of it, like, and just by you. That's why I asked you, like, did you read a lot and a lot of independence, because you seem kind of like that's your jam. So like typically people go in and they think it's all just, that are just starting to collect, that it's all superheroes, and that may not be their thing. You give them other options, and just oh, you got to read this, it's probably going to be option, this is going to be a TV show. People more enthusiastic about going to shops when they know that there's all these different titles, and you know something for everybody at a
Yeah.
comic shop.
Definitely, like when I like manage stores, like that the most important thing is like hiring people and just hiring like people, like friendly people, which
Hmm.
like so many like comic readers want to work in a comic shop, but like what I was always looking for is like, are they friendly? Like, can they hang out? Can we talk? Can they talk to everyone who comes in? And like that's so important. Having someone at the store who knows their stuff, who's also just a chill person, someone you want to hang out with, because they're like you said, they're like almost like a part bartender too. They're recommending drinks, they're recommending books, they're asking you how your day was, they're making you feel really excited to be in the comic shop. And so yeah, that is like so important. I feel like that is the number one thing I always look at when I go into a shop, is just like the people that are in there.
Yeah.
um
I,
yeah.
I think that was one of the reasons, like that's one of the things behind the channel, right? Uh, I used to love, my hobby was going to the comic shop every week and shooting the shit with the regulars. And, you spend an hour and a half at the comic shop just talking to people. And that kind of ended at some point, whether it was the pandemic or, shops deciding to kind of like back off. And, we've lost a lot of brick and mortar shops throughout the years. And the comic industry has really shifted, which is very interesting. How important is it to you to keep your eye on things like content, like what we're creating, or content creators like Comic Tom and or other IG creators, hot lists? Do you pay attention to that?
Oh yeah, so important. I mean, I've said it, and I just feel like like comic journalism has shifted. Like you're saying, comic shops have changed over the years. Comic journalism and how people find out about comics has like totally changed. Even from when I was just starting out in retail, I used to religiously read like Newsarama, like all those sites. Like I would read them every day as a comic, like as a comic book super fan. But I was always reading, like checking those websites. And there are still some sites that people check and read articles about books, but really like social is so important. uh Content creators like y'all, shows like this, that's where a lot of people find out about books, what's going on, what's hot in the industry, what they should check out. Apps like Key Collector letting people know what they should check out on a new week. But yeah, it's just the whole industry, the whole model of like finding out about comic books has really shifted. So yeah, definitely keep up with your show. Yeah, Comic Tom, obviously we partner up with him too. He's a friend. And yeah, definitely a list of like influencers on TikTok, Instagram, just to kind of see what people are chatting about. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I think some of the publishers and creators that we kind of fall in love with are the ones that do kind of keep a pulse on this side of our world and know what collectors really like. And you could see kind of things shifting. Yeah, we're going from this world of like where the key is just to print as many books as possible and get it out on store shelves, to like making things more collectible, coming up with cool ideas, smaller print runs, cool events where you can only get them from certain things. It's kind of shifted to a more collector focused hobby, which I'm not saying it's a good or a bad thing. It's just where it is. And that's an important thing, especially to keep your focus on, from, because that's exactly what I think these groups are, or social media is nowadays. That's your main vein into the to the buyer, to the collector. So
Yeah, and I mean, I think we're kind of in a great like hybrid moment. I do feel like there is a lot of readers, and like people being excited about the content in the books does push sales and get people. I mean, like if you look at like what Skybound did over, people are excited to read those books. But there is definitely room. But then on the other hand, you have like the blind bags. On the other hand, getting people excited and getting people buying comics and driving a lot of the chatter. So, people can be down about the collectible side of comic books, I think, sometimes, when they're like comic book purists, where they don't want that to affect the industry at all. It should only be about what's inside the book. But I don't know. I think that they can work together in tandem. Whenever we do something crazy, like make like a vampire staked comic book that takes years off our lives to figure out how to do, to me, we would only do that to try and sell a book that we are so crazy excited about.
yeah,
It's like, dude, Jonathan Waishak is like inventing a new style of art for this. Mike Carey's doing this Unreal story. We love this book. We will put in the nights and weekends that it'll take to make this like staked comic book, because that's
yeah,
going to catch someone's eye. And then they'll hear the name CUL-DE-SAC. They'll be like, what's that staked comic? Oh, it's CUL-DE-SAC. And that's how you like someone finds out about a book. So I do think that they work together.
yeah.
The collectible, the niche things, they help get people talking about the book, and hopefully they read it too.
And the book is really good. Do you guys? You said that you're already working on stuff all the way out through November. Do you guys have anything coming up that you can
Dude.
kind of like tease?
Yeah. So November, that's what I'm working on right now. Ordained. This one is going to be a big one. I've already got like a ton of retailers just really excited about it. I did a retailer presentation at San Diego on this. It's written by Rob Venditti and art by Trevor Hairsine, who did the art on Deceased and X-Men. Jorge Forn's doing all the covers. Charlie Adler from The Walking Dead doing all the B covers. Variants on this one, like on that first issue, like Alex Maleev is doing the super sick metal variant as one of the like ratios. Matias Bergara did this beautiful cover for us. But I mean, the pitch is just crazy. When I heard this pitch from Rob, I was like, how did you come up with this? It's one of those, like, if you're one of those stories, you're like, how did no one do this before? And also, I wish I came up with it. Basically about a priest who an Irish Catholic priest who does like last rites. So he gets called into the hospital. There's an old man dying. So he takes his final confession, and this guy starts, giving his, confessing to all these sins because he's about to die. And it turns out this dude was the head of the Irish mob. And so he's like confessing to murders and all these crimes that he committed. Because he wants redemption. He basically wants to be saved. But unfortunately for our main character, Father Roy, the head of the Irish mob does end up living. Miraculously, he recovers. And so now, of course, he's got to kill the priest because the priest knows too much. But he doesn't know that the priest is ex-special forces. So he was he was like, he's a badass who found his faith in the midst of combat and ends up, retiring, joins the clergy, becomes a priest. But, that he left that life behind. He refuses to go against his number one rule. He will not kill. So basically everyone in the city is after this guy, trying to kill him. He will not kill. And it's a super fun story. And the art is incredible. And the story is really well done. Rob is a man of faith himself, like the writer, and so
Yep.
you actually get a lot of like that in the story, while it's also this just badass action book, like no breaks, super brutal. It's already like in the works of being a movie, which is kind of weird because the book hasn't even come out. But Derek Kolstad, who wrote John Wick, I mean, you hear the pitch and you're like, that's right up that guy's alley.
That's
Him and
That's bad idea, man. Like,
yeah,
listen,
so
we know
he's writing the script.
yeah, we all know
And
that, you know, Dinesh has his hands in other parts of the entertainment world, and it's smart for him to come up with these ideas and test them out. And he loves comics, so I don't mind that. I'm cool with that. If this comes out to be a cool movie or a cool comic, either one or the other, I'm cool with it. I think that's the fun part, and that's what this channel kind of
Awesome.
was brought up on, was, you know, specking on these cool books that might end up becoming something more.
I'm hoping we get to announce before FOC. We already have like the lead star is attached. He's like an Oscar winner. I can't say who yet, but hopefully in the next couple weeks. That's all above my pay grade. I don't deal with any of the Hollywood stuff. They just tell me. I get
So let's go through.
his A-list Oscar
Let's go
nominee.
through the A-list Oscar nominees here. Nominee or winner?
Nominee. So I
Let's
just
put on
brought in
Wikipedia.
Yes.
but and then
Liam Neeson would be a good pre-special forces, right? I
Yeah,
guess.
maybe. I think
I
a little
like
too
the
old.
crucifix and the dog tags.
Yes,
Yeah.
I like the
I'm
stained
in.
glass window.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's going to be the chromium cover. This is
Oh,
this
I know,
awesome
it's
stained
beautiful.
glass cover. It looks so good.
So cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
And you were talking about UV. We're doing this thing where Rob, the writer, and Derek, because it comes out the same month as the next issue of Planet Death, they're going to go, I forget if they're going to either Lunar or to the printer, and they are going to randomly sign a bunch of copies of Ordained 1 and Planet Death 2 with UV pen. And then they're just going to be randomly shipped to stores across the country, across the world. They'll go to Diamond UK too, you know,
We talked
Universal.
about that, doing
And
that.
yeah, so it'll be a treasure hunt. So if you guys want to pick up the book, you can bring a UV light pen to your
Oh my
UV
God.
light to your store and see if you can get a signed copy, which
That's
I
such
think
a
is going
good
to be a lot of
idea.
fun.
That is such a good
That's
idea.
so great.
Yeah. Okay, so
Lord.
what else is coming out? You said you got a big plan for New York. Any new books coming
Yeah.
out for New York?
Habitat is the other one in December. Josh Dysart writing this awesome horror book with art by David Lapham and Bill Sienkiewicz actually doing like interior art in every single issue.
Oh, wow.
Which like he does not do interior work ever.
So awesome.
And I don't know what kind of like I don't know what Dinesh had to do like to get that to happen because it doesn't happen. When he told me Bill was coming on to do like there's like basically multiple page flashback sequences in each issue that Bill does. I was just I don't know, very excited. He's like he's one of my all-time favorite artists. So he's doing some interior work on that. It's this really I don't know, it's just this messed up wild. Yeah, those are before we got the colors, but you can definitely see especially some of the like hand lettering Bill does in that it just feels very Sienkiewicz.
So what's this about?
So basically this billionaire he prepared for the end of the world by building this bunker underground on top of this like underground glacier. He builds this compound in case anything happens so he can ride it out. The apocalypse comes, he brings his family and like a small selection of employees underground to ride it out in his compound, to basically just live under there until it's safe to go back up. And then of course bad things start happening. They're trapped in this, I mean not trapped, they're all stuck on this compound together, and they all start, I mean people start dying one after another. It's this crazy mix of like body horror, psychological horror, almost like The Thing meets like Junji Ito. It's a ton of fun. And so if you like really messed up horror, Habitat's definitely for you. Very excited about that book.
I think
And then
that has been one of the most like eye-opening things is how big horror comics has gotten in the last couple of years. And
Dude, so huge.
Yeah.
it's nuts.
I think I feel like it might have been. I feel like it was right after Something Was Killing the Children. It really just started that wave, and it just hasn't stopped.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very interesting. So
But yeah, and then October in New York, Save Now comes out with Matt Kint, and the artist from Planet Death, Tomas Giorello, doing this awesome sci-fi action book about a guy who has the ability to go back in time, but basically he can create save points in his own life. So he can go back in time to like set points, and then change his decisions based on what he knows. But the deal is he ages in real time. So if he goes back a year, he's going to be and like lives from that point on making different decisions. He ages a year again. So while everyone else is like normal aged, he's aging like rapidly at the more he time travels.
No, that's cool.
And so he knows that the apocalypse is coming. So he keeps trying to go back, and he can't figure out how to stop it. So eventually just gives up. He's like, what? I can't do it. I cannot save the world. And he's just like keeps going back to the best year of his life with his wife. And he just keeps reliving it over and over again. But eventually something happens where he decides that he has to figure out how to fix things. He has a kid. Accidentally has a kid, and now suddenly there needs to be a future for his daughter.
yes.
So he's got to figure out how to save the world.
Oh, that's cool.
It's a really, really cool concept. The art's awesome. It's like Brian showed off the Planet Death art. It's by the same artist. Sanford Green is doing a really badass cover that we're going to show probably in a few days.
Nice.
Show it right now.
I don't. He's wrapping it up.
Oh my God.
I know. Simonson did a cover for this one. That one's coming. That one's our big October book.
Very
You know what,
cool.
Sienna? You just sold me 3 books.
Boom.
Boom. Like,
Boom,
I
boom,
guarantee that's
Sorry, no, it's
probably what
a
you
bad
do.
idea, not boom, guys.
And
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
even have to like hand whittle a steak to do it.
That is really cool.
I
That's really cool.
can't thank you enough for coming on. Now that you've been on once, we're gonna bug the shit out of you to bring you back on. So
Mhm.
anytime you got anything
yeah.
cool you want to talk about, there is an open seat for you. And I hope to see you in New York. Hopefully, we're all gonna be out
Yeah.
there, so that'll be fun. And then
Thank you so much for having me. This was awesome. This was a ton of fun.
hell yeah, hell yeah.
And yes, the next time we do something crazy, which honestly might be for Habitat, we haven't announced it yet, but we have a kind of a wild idea. Not quite. Steak in a comic book. There we go. Someone's excited.
Yeah, shout out to Ronnie.
Are you guys just going to open up a brand new bunker down in town, LA?
That's
And then
kind of
we're
what
gonna
I was
have to,
saying.
you're going to have to
We're
go down to the
build a-
bunker and live there for a month to get a copy of the variant.
Exactly. We're gonna do like a Mr. B style challenge where you have
Oh,
to
God.
live
Absolutely.
out
Let's go.
underground bunker
No.
to get this variant.
Yeah, I'm down.
Wait, why? You guys
Put it in the Slack
Yeah.
chat right now.
Yeah.
Slack
You guys could
Dinesh.
Yeah.
Get it done.
put it in there, and you guys could stream it. Put it on your channel.
Yes, I'm
thinking.
in. Let's do it. Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right.
Tell
done deal.
everybody
All
we
right,
say hello and thank you for hanging out. And I'll talk to you soon. We appreciate you.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Bye.
later, Sienna.
Bye.
Good shit. Good shit.
Man, it's the funny thing too. Like, Bad Idea does have that bad rep where there's some stores who will not carry them, and I feel it's a shame. You know, like
yeah.
we're at a point now where they're putting out such cool stuff. Like, people need to, like, stores need to just get on board. I know they had some missteps in the early days, and I think they've like got most of that out of their system. And now,
Yeah.
like, hey, let's pull out some cool books and get in there, guys.
Yeah. Especially now
Well,
that they're
now they're getting
distributed.
creators some big time when you get Sienkiewicz in there and like
Yeah.
bro, like and now you're talking option news with I don't know if you guys want to take a guess of who the actor's going to be.
Good question, bro. That's a good question. It'd probably
I
be
bet I know.
something.
I know. It just came to me. What's the guy? Oh my God, that made out with Halle Berry when he won an award. God, what's his name? Come on,
Not
come
sure.
on. What's his name?
I'm not sure. The guy, Billy Bob Thornton.
No, no. Somebody in the chat. What's the guy's name? He came out in a movie earlier this year. He was like a mason, building things. What was his name? Come on.
I don't know, but I just watched F1 the other night, with which I thought was going to be a boring movie, and
Dude,
it was
F1's
Dude,
badass.
it was
It was awesome.
good. It was awesome, dude. Brad Pitt's a bad motherfucker,
F1's
dude.
bad. I need to see that in the theater. man.
Stallone?
That movie's
Stallone?
huh? No, it's not going to be Stallone.
Okay.
God,
Well, that's
what's
what Ronnie
his
was
name?
saying.
What the fuck?
Adrian Brody.
Adrian Brody. That's the guy that can do that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
would be
Makes
a
sense.
really good one. Playing a priest, totally.
Mhm.
Totally. All right, let's flip it real quick. I want to talk. We got some new books out today. We're going to go through in a second, but I want to give a shout out. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to social media as of lately, but there has been some really cool art stuff that we're going to be talking about. But did you guys see? Shout out to Suspiria. She's got a bunch of new stuff coming up. But did you see this?
Bro.
This image she put out to, I think it was today. Look at this.
So good.
That is crazy. Night of the Demons, 18 by 24 poster. That shit scares the hell out of me. There is nothing that scares me more than Linda Blair
Dude, that looks like The Exorcist.
in
Dude.
The Exorcist. Yeah. Nothing scares me more than, like, I'm 44 years old, and that shit still makes me want to keep a nightlight on and shit, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know?
Oh yeah, that's a scary bitch, bro.
Yeah. Fucking A. So
Especially when a chick gets a fucking lipstick and like starts drawing on her face, dude. Like
yeah.
Like
She's
there's
got
crazy, and then there's like eat your own shit crazy. That's kind of like, bro, that's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you. No worries, brother. So then we also talked about Hood. We got to talk about this because this artist is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Dude.
Rob G.
Yeah, he was at the last con, dude. Like, I can already think of about 5 or 6 things that he could draw, like a G.I. Joe cover or something like that. Transformers. Like, this dude is fucking awesome, man.
Rob got you covered on IG. Wait until you guys see the ending of this. And I'll show you some of the other books that he does.
So freaking sick.
Look
See,
at
I
that.
knew Brian would like because it had skulls and it
Look at
had the
that.
glow in the dark aspect of it, you know?
Yeah, this dude's like next level. Hold on. Let's go look at more of this. Hold on here. I mean, look at this one.
He's good, man. This guy's good.
This one.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, so crazy.
Yeah. This is his stuff at his last con.
Was this at Heroes, right? This was at Heroes Con?
I believe so. I'm not sure actually. Terrificon.
Oh, Terrificon.
Yeah. Yeah. He's got some great shit, man. So shout out to him. We'll be keeping an eye on him. He's a definite follow. I mean, look at that. That freaking Thanos, that Green Goblin. That Superman with the red and black.
Artists like these are the ones that are coming that can just do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm thinking about this book. Well, okay, let me draw for you. And you're like, like they can deliver a banger. Like, look at that Deadpool up there, dude. That was fucking awesome, dude.
Look at that.
Dude, that's amazing. That's fucking amazing.
Shit.
Can you imagine Brolin signing that book, dude?
Yeah.
That cap right there, dude. That's fucking crazy.
That's sick.
This one's
And the
really
flowers,
sick.
like-
Yeah. I mean, zombie stuff.
Did you see that what he did with the stray dogs? Oh, that's badass right there.
Holy shit, dude. Yeah, this dude's
Look, and he shows you his work, man.
this dude's gonna be if he continues putting out work like this, holy shit.
See, these guys are out there, man. Like, you just got to find them, man.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I want to talk about another one of our favorite artists, Sveta. 35 years old, so they're doing a 30% off on their website, you guys.
Happy birthday.
Yep.
Why not a
35
35% off?
It's too much, dude.
Too much, yeah.
Too much.
Too much.
Yeah. So the code is HBD35. Go over there, score some art from her. Check this out. She put this out too. This is
oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Hi, Brian.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Jesus. But she also put this out. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's
too.
cool.
Isn't that fucking awesome? This is the new cover for Nocturnals, The Sinister Path, number 4.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, for Dark Horse. Yep. So go get your 30% off, you guys. That's worth it. Trust me.
Yeah.
So she's killing it. Wait until you guys see what she's got coming for New York. I did buy one of these. I will be framing. Just gotta find a frame for it that'll fit it. And I'm gonna be putting it up. I love these. You guys can probably buy these prints over there. So you guys are looking to get any prints. She does these amazing prints. Yeah. Next level shit. And we have raised a decent amount of money that we are going to be sending out to her. We've sold probably $800 worth of product for her that I am going to be giving 50% of, sending it out to her. And shout out to you, Soggy Girl, who also said, I would just like to Zell you $100 to throw her away. So I'm doing that too. Yeah,
awesome.
that's very cool, man. Very cool. So shout out to Adam and Sveta and everything that, shout out to Michael Calero over at Massive. Very, very cool what's going on over there. Let's go over new books really quickly.
Hell yeah.
We've got J. Scott Campbell, just spectacular collection stuff continuing. What do you think of this Iron Man book? Did you see this, Hood?
It's pretty cool.
I like it. I think it's a pretty good Iron Man. I just don't like the background. I'm getting tired of that. But I do like that Iron Man. I like the trade dress too. The Bermejo Dormammu. All of the Bermejo covers he's been putting out lately are like 10s. That's great. Another JSC.
See, now I like the Doctor Strange, man.
You do?
I mean, yeah, it's cool.
I like the trade dress. I'm thinking like there's no reason to buy the Virgins when the trade dress looks this good.
Mm-mm. The only Virgin I would want is that Mary Jane.
Yes.
And I'm so pissed off. I didn't get it. Steven had a copy, but it was fucked up in the back, and I was heartbroken, dude.
Here's another Bermejo, Mephisto.
That's a good cover.
Damn good. I like this Mercado too. Look how good this Miguel Mercado is. Another artist who's just destroying everything.
Yeah, so good.
Just beautiful. Let's see here. Sajad Shah, Deadpool Wolverine number 8. You got the Thanos by JSC. The Simone Bianchi 1 in 25 is excellent. Silver Surfer. That's going to be a big book. Beautiful Bianchi painted art. I really like this 1 in 25 for Doomed 2099 number 1.
That was cool.
Right? It's a cool cover. There's the Pinosian foil for it. There's a Derek Chew, but the trade, just get the trade. It looks better with the trade anyways. The White Queen. All right, look at this. So there's a Vecchio that's gorgeous with the stained glass variant for issue number 3. I love stained glass covers. Love stained glass cards. But this cover should have been the 1 in 25 or the highest ratio. Look how good this cover is. The diamonds. I love that cover. The way the trade dress has kind of got like the light spectrum with the different colors through it. The only thing that ruins it is this freaking barcode. It's a really good Emma Frost cover. Balderi connecting cover for Fantastic Four Fanfare. Here's the second printing for Fantastic Four First Steps. Imperial War. Have you... Okay, so I went and looked into kind of where they're going with this stuff, and because I saw this cover. I feel like Marvel and sometimes even DC, they can't be original. They're always doing like just retreading stories. And now we're going to get a Planet She-Hulk where she's on the planet. And it's like, haven't we done that story 5 times in the past, 5 years? It's crazy. I just feel like they can't come up with new ideas, so they have to constantly tread on.
They probably do come up with new ideas at Marvel, but they won't allow stories that we want to be made. Like there's so many people like probably handcuffing some very good writers from being able to move a story forward or move a character forward. Like, and if maybe 1 or 2 people say this, you strike it up as but when you've got 50, 100 people saying that's the way they do it at Marvel, that's the way they do it at Marvel. I mean, that's their...
Yeah.
I mean, what can you... I mean, if you don't like Marvel, just don't buy it. That's kind of like what you're forcing a comic fan to do, and that's why a lot of people have like gravitated over to the independents and where there's more freedom, and so that you can tell. Look at Bad Idea. Look,
Yeah.
they pitched a story, they went with it, and now look, it's getting like... it's all these people at Marvel, like, just all of them don't know how to write. I mean, don't know how to write. They're not given a chance to develop a story or to come up with something new and fresh. They just put it out. We're going to go this direction.
I like what's going on in Hulk. I feel like Hulk, they're doing that and to great fanfare, right? I mean, the Hulk stuff is so different than Hulk has ever been. This horror type of Hulk, weird, like, and it's great. So I feel like sometimes they're allowed to do it, but it's very interesting, man. J. Scott Campbell Hulk. Hood, were you... what we had a show the other night where have you guys seen the prices on Pewtree covers? Just her A covers?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the prices of like they're getting expensive, like in the secondary market for sure. Like everybody is... something's going on. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's low. I saw there were low print runs and stuff like that, but like her art has always been fantastic. So I don't, and it's probably just a lot of people just are starting to really love her stuff. I mean,
did
I spell her name wrong?
Ryan, you forgot the R. Yeah, you forgot the R.
Yeah.
Thank you. Look at these prices on these things, man. I mean, I'm just going to key in on some of the ones that we were looking at. These are
so
just
you were looking at the Nightwing, right? Nightwing set. Was it Nightwing?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a Robin cover. Let me just go highest first because it'll get us there quicker. Look at that. $70.
Yeah.
June 9th. Nightwing 54.
Oh wow.
70, 64, Outlaws 26, 58,
So
59, Outlaw 27, 28, 29. These
I
are all
think
just
these were
regular
low
covers.
printed, very low printed is what, like, I don't think a lot of retailers, I think there's a big fan group for this Nightwing story. A lot of people say it's really good. And
Yeah.
like, maybe the retailers aren't ordering a lot of them. Like
Cover A's though for like $40.
whole that's
Cover
true.
B's.
Look at that red hood, bro.
I know, like it's crazy. So, and it's look at that's a 1 in 25 right there. But she is good. Or he is it a she? I believe it's Yasmin. It's got to be a she. Oh, hopefully I didn't. Hopefully it's not a. Anyways, $24.95. I didn't know that there was a Battle Beast cover that she did. That's a 1 in
It's a
25
pre-sale.
though.
So
20.
see, I remember the deceased stuff in that Superman. Like, how long has Purdy been around? For a while, right? Like,
Yeah.
since.
Yeah. But that's crazy.
Do you have
man.
a creator first?
Let's take a look. Derek will put it in there most likely. It isn't already in there. That'd be cool if it is. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, this is
it could be covers that are hard to find, low print, and
yeah.
but it's all around that Nightwing story. And
Nope,
we ought to
gotta
read
put
it,
her
see
in.
what's going on.
Yeah, we gotta put her in. So we'll get on that. You guys can access this list. It's in the link below if you guys want to check it out. If you want to use it, it's got all the first creator firsts. Shout out to Derek and all the other people that helped me upkeep it and add things to it. It's a lot of fun. It's a really cool list too, and you guys can find a lot of. As a matter of fact, this is kind of I haven't really talked about this yet, but shout out to Nick over at Key Collector. I'm going to start doing something with him to type of key in on creator firsts because of this list and what we've been able to create with it. So that'll be a lot of fun. But all right, back to New Comic Book Day. We're almost done here. We got Alex Ross. We got the Thor JSC. I love this Gleason foil if it pops. Has anybody seen this in hand?
I saw it on YouTube on some show last night where they were unboxing the new issues, and that one looked pretty good.
That's really
like
good.
I want this to pop, you know,
Yes.
like I want it to be pop.
Yes, totally. That is such a good cover. Panosian 1 in 25 for Ultimate Spider-Man. They're doing the facsimile for the famous 138 issue, and they did a 1 in 25 Benjamin Sue, which is it's okay. Here we go. You got speaking of Storm, you got a JSC Storm. What do you think of this one, Hood?
Yeah, I love it. It's great.
Yeah. The white eyes are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I love Storm.
Yeah. Such a cool character. Baldy on 1 in 25. That's a cool cover. It's a cool Beast cover right there, too. DuckTales. There is I think there's a crane. Is there a crane out this week? No, that was on FOC. You got the Red Sonja, which Clutch. Do you have those available? Are those still available on your site? You guys go check them out.
I shipped out the first batch today.
That's cool. Hell yeah. Congratulations to everybody that got some of those. There is a Jay Ferguson that's pretty crazy. Middleton.
Dude.
Oh yeah, look at this Middleton, man.
Jesus Christ, man.
Somebody was when we were talking about best faces. Some people brought up Middleton.
Middleton is like one of the best.
Yeah.
He's done early stuff that would shock you, like how like, why is this book not worth anything?
I
Like,
have
he's got like a bunch of books like that where you're just like, holy shit, this
Yeah,
looks expensive and it's not, you know?
yeah, I got a bunch of this is the, they have so many different ratios for the dynamite stuff, and I'm just like, I'm not jumping in, but these ones I maxed out on this variant. I was like,
it's
so
good.
good.
It is
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. It's an oil, a foil. Stefan Sejic virgin foil.
Yeah.
That's gonna be
That's
a big
great.
book. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It's nice.
Stitch.
Oh, look at that stitch, bro.
Yeah.
Telling you, dude.
Yeah.
Liquid.
Look at this cover right here. I want to see this foil. This is so beautiful, man. This could be cover of the year category type stuff right here. If the foil pops. We'll see.
That is really good, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I can see take my nieces to like Stephen's shop and them.
Yep. Totally, bro. There's a ton of more reprints for Wonder Woman. Here's Otto Schmidt 1 in 25. That's pretty good. Action Comics facsimile.
It's just so funny too. Like we've been talking about variants and all that stuff for a while and stuff, and just think of like, literally and I don't mean this in a bad way, but we're in this stage of comics where like we're just selling prints, right? It's just, we're buying prints of cool covers for reprints of 8th editions or 8th printings or whatever.
Yep.
And it's cool and it's weird and it's wild, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Like, you're getting awesome art on a book. It's cool, man.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, Billy, drop anything you need, brother. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Torrin Clark. There's just so many.
That's a good Torrin Clark, bro.
Yeah. This
Look at
right here,
that.
this
Cool.
Paratori is fantastic, dude. Pretty freaking cool. And then I like this V. Ken Marion connecting cover. This guy's a really good artist. Reminds
That's
me
fun. That's so fun. I love that.
right?
Cover.
Doesn't this remind you of like the old school Jeff Johns era? The Sinestro Wars and wow, that's kind of crazy.
Nakayama. That Nakayama's not too bad.
Oh, this one? Yeah.
Or that Harley and Blue Jeans?
Paquette. All these covers are pretty decent.
Yeah.
This cover, the Zerdy, is good.
Yeah.
All these covers are decent too. Dan Mora, that's going to be a big book.
I can't wait to. I got my copies in. I haven't read it yet.
Immortal Legends of Batman #1.
I'm excited for that. Like a really different, take.
I agree.
Like Kyle stuff. Should be fun.
I agree, dude. All these covers look good too. I love this Redondo cover for Justice League Unlimited number
Plastic
10.
Man, dude.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you, Plastic Man's gonna be a thing in the next couple of years, dude. I'm just telling you. Like that guy who came out in the movie The Super. He pitched the Plastic Man story to James Gunn, but like I don't think he could play Plastic Man though.
So you guys go to economicsandcomics.com. He says this weekend only, if you pre-order from economicsandcomics.com between Friday and Monday for FOC comics, 1 per person has a chance to win a Monster and the Wolf Spears 1 in 25 ratio from the blind bags.
1 in 250 ratio. That's awesome.
1 in 250. Yes. So that's a big deal. Make sure you guys go check that out.
Hell yeah, get on that. By the way, I don't know if anyone here watched AEW's pay-per-view this weekend, but Swerve Strickland came out in an outfit like Mr. Terrific, and it was sick.
That is cool,
It was so
dude.
good. He looked so good.
Who's this? Is this a new character in this Robin, Batman, Jason Todd? Who is that? That's a pretty interesting.
That's a great look. I like
Yeah.
that character look.
I'm not reading this series. Look at this cover.
Bro,
right?
what the fuck is that? Who is that, chat? Who is it?
Wraith,
Wraith.
new villain. Interesting.
Hmm.
More, there's like 5 Dan Mora covers. That's a good low tie cover.
Mm-hmm. Woody Harrelson.
This Shredder, new Shredder series looks interesting. They got some good covers on it. A ton of them. I like this one though, the Kale new one.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And even more.
Damn.
Yeah, there's a lot,
Indeed.
bro.
Indeed.
Yeah, too many. Dust to Dust. This is Image Exquisite Corpses, which also has a blind bag coming out for New York, right? Or shortly. Was it
Yes.
Exquisite Corpses?
News soon. News
Okay.
soon.
Damn it, Brian.
Was it
All right,
Exquisite?
man.
Oh, okay. Lost Fantasy, Rat City, Scorched. Okay, did you guys hear about this Invincible Man book?
Yeah, there's something going. I know there's a couple of cool variants. But that's Tiny Onion writing it, right?
So this is a 1 per store that they sent out to everybody. It has invisible ink, okay? And they messed up because the interior was supposed to be all blank. And it was supposed to be part of the joke. And they actually, the printer messed up and put the actual interior in it. So they're sending
no.
out the real blank ones to the stores.
That's amazing.
Isn't it?
Good
I mean,
job,
it
Skybound.
sucks that it
Good
got
job,
messed
Skybound.
up, but I love that idea.
Dude, that's shit we talked about years ago, Brian. Invisible ink, and then with the light, the pen light shit. We talked about that years ago, dude.
Well,
Like, I'm getting pissed off, man.
it was one of the trick books that we were trying
Right.
with, yeah. It's fucking really cool, man. And then there's a lot of good covers. I really love the Christian Ward foil.
The Scotty
1/100.
Young, the Scotty Young of Invisible Man's kind of different.
I like
that
the
one right
Scotty
there.
Young. I like the 1 in 50.
Yeah.
Really beautiful stuff. That's so good. That's gonna be a
Who was it? Kevin
monster.
Bacon did was the Invisible Man? Or
Yeah.
was he the bad guy? I can't remember. That was all right.
Void Rivals number 22.
Whoa, go back.
So I saw this very interesting article. Did you see this article, Clutch, where they're talking about Transformers number 25 and they're trying to think like who's going to be like what's going to be the big reveal for that book because
Was it the Bleeding Cool article or whatever?
Yeah. What did you think about that article?
Interesting. It's hard to guess. Like, I mean, there's some big swings in there too. Like, I think that
the mask one.
I don't know. I don't know. I find it. I know. It's a Robert thing, so you feel there's going to be something big in there or whatever. But yeah, I just don't know. Like, I don't think Grimlock's going to be in issue 25. I feel like that's a bigger thing. But
yes, totally.
I love it though. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. There was Grimlock, Matt Tracker, Serpentor.
Serpentor was one. No, Matt didn't say Matt Tracker. It was Miles Mayhem, I think is what it said.
Yeah. And then Nemesis Prime. Nemesis Prime was another one.
Nemesis Prime.
Yeah. So, listen, there's so much excitement with that book and everything that Skybound is doing right now, So, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll have something to talk about maybe next week.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. You guys, we got a lot of cool stuff that's coming up to talk about. So make sure you guys are hitting that thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. And shout out to all the members. Got some stuff working on with for you guys too. Shout out to Mark, who's in the chat right now. I'll shoot Mark a link. He can come hang out with us if he wants. Let's see here.
See that Jay Lee? See that Jay Lee book up there?
This one right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
The Lilith stuff finally coming out. And there's this Panosian.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. So remember how we were talking last week about Panosian and how he does the best, and somebody said, "Oh, I think he does." I think somebody like questioned AI with him, and I got sent.
Long short.
Yeah, so many people sent me OA from Panosian that is just fire. Like, I bought this from him here, I bought this from him here, and it's like there's no doubt, you know what I mean? So and I think he probably does do the best faces. Really fucking good.
That's good, because Panosian's been around for a while, and it's the case where, like, some of these artists just continue to get better and better and better, and like you kind of feel like Panosian's like right in his prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's always done, but like now, like especially after like the book of the year with the Wonder Woman that he did, like that's his height right now, you know? So I think people will expect that type of work from him all the time now. Like, he can never go back.
This series sounds interesting. Schmalky's another one of those guys that I like his writing. I know Yee's a big fan of Schmalky too.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like an interesting series. 7 Years in Darkness. That's a crazy looking character right there.
That is creepy, dude.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
And Panic, that's the Tama cover, the Tama book. Yuck. And that is it. That is New Comic Book Day, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Let me shoot our boy Mark a link, and if he can jump in if he wants. I got a cool pickup to show you guys.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, this is really cool. I wish Leg was here to see this. All right. Let's see here. Let me find Mark.
Did you guys see that auction that ended for that was it the Castle Grayskull?
Oh, I saw when it first posted, when you guys, what did it end at, Clutch?
$209,000.
Do you have that link for that?
Yeah, it's on the. Yeah, I'll put it in the chat.
It's the highest graded Castle Grayskull, isn't it?
I don't know if it is or not.
That I could have sworn that's what I saw. So it basically makes it like a 1 of 1 kind of.
Pretty much. If it's an AFA 90.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're not gonna, unless somebody has.
Here's the
AFA 90 is like in store.
Example. Yeah, here's the here's the link to it. Yeah, there it is right there. That's insane.
That is nuts. Like you don't come across that kind of stuff. I mean, it's just nuts, man. $209,000, dude.
That's crazy, man. This auction was nuts. Like, there were so many big things in there, dude. It's crazy.
There are so many collectors out there. Like, you don't even know if like an actor bought that, or like you don't know, man. Like, it's amazing. Like what people will pay for something like that.
Apple iPhone first release, and it sold for $88,000. Look at this. Superman pitch piece mock-up prototype. $100,000, $98,000.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
20,000. Oh, 161,000
Yeah,
for
that's the lightsaber. That's like the one of the first.
yeah, the double. Is it the
Yeah.
double
double
telescoping?
telescoping.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Insane, man.
Fully extended lightsaber in pack. I guess that's super rare.
See, I like that Luke, but for me, it was Bespin Luke, man. Like Bespin is
I'm with you on that.
my favorite.
Yeah. Man, 12,000.
Derek said the Ultimate Fallout 4 99 sold tonight for $31,000.
Wow.
There can't be. Is it a recently graded 99 or an OG 99?
No, I think it's recent. I think it was
Wow.
recent.
Yeah,
A lot of people. There were a lot of people commenting about it. Like they
I'll
didn't.
bet.
You know, they were
I'll
saying that there
bet.
was issues or something that they saw with it, but you know, who
Yeah.
knows?
This only sold for $198. There's some good deals in here. Like that's a 70, but it's still graded. That's a good deal. A Michelangelo prototype sold for $425.
That's cool.
Look at all the Masters of the Universe stuff.
Like seeing your stuff in acrylic, like love takes it to another. Look at that Sky Striker, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude, $2,000.
Yeah.
What's the
AFA
grade on that?
75.
Bro.
I'm getting ready to sell mine. I have one that is mint
Really?
condition. I have the box. The box is a little torn up, but I have the box, and I have both parachutes.
Bro, I remember I got this fucking plane for Christmas, dude.
Oh yeah, bro.
I was throwing that motherfucker all.
Oh yeah,
Dude, hell yeah.
such a great fucking vehicle. I
Sky
love
Striker is like one of my favorite toys, man.
G.I. Joe is like the hot button toy at eBay right now for eBay sales for among action figures.
Is it really?
Yep.
That's
Yep.
awesome.
Look
Got
at
all these bagged
bagged,
ones, man. These
yeah.
baggy Star Wars, dude.
And Royal Guard.
Yeah.
God, did you guys see there was a Toy Federation video, I think it was like last week or the week before, where they showed that like some guy had brought in this like just these basically sealed packs of like what figure they were like G.I. Joe figures, and they were like promo ones, but like they were just with like a file card and a character. It was like Steeler, and there was like a General Hawk one or whatever, but it was like bundled together of like 100 or 200 figures, and they bought them all, and the story was like, it was like a guy who worked at like Hasbro back in the day, because it was from the same town that Hasbro was in, so like he basically had them and like would give them out on like Halloween to kids and stuff, and so the family still had like just bundles of these things years and years and years after they'd done it, and they like brought them in. These guys bought them all like crazy.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
What's up there, Mark?
What's up, Clutch? I like
You are the hardest working man in the biz right now, dude. This guy,
Phew.
he's got 4,000 covers come out in these fucking blind packs.
Yeah, when am I going to get
I'll be
like
right
a
back.
award just for effort, right? Like for how many I've done. I should get a participation or something.
No, that comes when you look at your checking account at the end of the cruels, you know, like then you're like, oh, I did some work, you know.
There you go.
I mean, that's the kind of funny thing that, you know, when you talk about it, like at the end of the day, like when you make a bunch of money, you know, and if people don't give you your flowers, you can go, I could buy a flower store, you know, like just go with it.
Flowers.
Yeah. It's good, man. I'm pumped. I love these Garbage Pail Kid homages. These are so fun.
Yeah, we finalized the covers today. I sent them in. I cut 2 covers because we had told the printer there was going to be 30 base covers, and I was trying to sneak in 32. So they said, we don't want to mess them up. So I did that, and I added 4 secret covers. So they're just less printed, but they're going to be out there. No one knows what they are, so we'll never reveal what they look like. So there's 4 covers out there that'll be like a 500 print run in it.
Oh, that's cool.
So you might know this since you've worked in the comic book industry. I saw that DC was doing their the KO blind bags and the other ones. They go ahead and say 1 in 1,000 of this will be in it. 1 in 500 of this will be in it. How do you do that math if you don't know your numbers? They're just going to print out that anyway.
It's kind of interesting too, because you mentioned, that I saw there was an article today that popped up for where I saw it, but they were already talking about the fact that there might be allocations with the Batman 1 bags that come out next week. So I think a lot of times, like, it depends on how the process is that you have to print. You guys have an FOC, a month in advance helps out. I think even Skybound, when they did the Battle Beast ones, they did so far, but they still had to go to print on, they had to print like, hey, we've got to print all these things so early in the process that they're just like, hey, we know when we go to our early FOC, we know what it's going to be. So they're probably banking on the fact that like, hey, like we're going to get, if there's going to be, let's say 100,000, then we know there's going to be some 1 in 1,000s in there. So they can figure out that math early enough and say, hey, like we're going to slot these in there. They probably won't tell you what it is, but they'll put them in.
Well, if it goes, let's just say we somehow hit 500,000, which I don't know if we would. Some people are saying it. Who knows? It's easier to do the math that way. If there was 400 or 500,000 of these made, we would have 23 covers in there that are 1 in 1,000s.
Mm-hmm.
So because we have so many that are just only, we looked at, we're doing it percentage wise, but we're also doing it with 500 of these are made. No, regardless if there's only 100,000 of these units made, if there's 200,000, we're only doing 500 of these. So, so it'd be interesting when we finally get those orders in to be able to do the math and see, because the base covers and the foil are all based on the pre-orders. And then the other ones, like I said, we'll do like 500 of this or something of that. But so we would have, it's just going to be a pretty entertaining bag, I think.
I think the shit's going to pop off, Mark, when people are posting what they pulled on Instagram or shooting live videos the same way as the breaking packs and the
What's going to happen though? Someone mentioned this. Oh, I think it was it Billy last night before I had gotten on. He said how Keen Spot, he has a problem sometimes where there's damages, and he'll say, "Hey, I need these fixed," and Keen Spot only prints a little above, they print the ratio of damages. What is it, like 15-20% extra? So then there are none. So the people who ordered those, they just get their money back. They don't get those books.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you think about that, think of the blind bag. If a lot of stores are hesitant and say, I'll reorder them. Let me order this many. I'll order 100 for the store and I'm going to wait. They are only going to print what they have to with 20% over, whatever it is. And then they'll be gone forever because we're moving on to the Christmas blind bag, right? So that we got to get everything ready. So I would urge a store to go ahead and make those initial orders because I don't know about reorders, right? Like a normal DC, I'm sure they print so many more because they free orders. If not, they just eat the cost. We're not set up to do that. So
it's a lot.
Yeah. So if you're hesitant, dude, I would pre-order. If you're a customer out there who's go to your shop, go get them online, because I'm afraid what's going to happen is what Hood said. People are going to go nuts when they come out. It's going to be a thing where it's going to be huge for Halloween, and then there are none. Then the people who have them will put them on eBay, and we selling the unopened ones instead of $5.99. They'll be $30 a piece, right? And hey, that's great for the resellers. I just want it to be, hey, if you want one at $5.99, order it now from your comic shop. Go to Billy's. He's doing a big giveaway this weekend. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So go to Economics Comics, order this weekend.
There you go. There was something I wanted to show. Oh yeah, I remember what it is.
You got your thing, yeah, dude.
You know what I just found, guys?
You guys know I'm an old school 90s nostalgia guy. Grew up skating. I remember the first time I ever went to the hospital was because I was skating and I fell. And this sounds crazy, but I fell. My buddy was like pushing me on his bike, and I fell on the board and I laid on my side, and he had those big pegs that you could stand on, but at the end of them were a bolt. It was just a bolt, and the bolt ran up the middle of my back, dude, and fucking just grooved in my back. That was like the first time I remember just destroying myself as a kid skating. And we used to, it was crazy. So I loved skating, and I love skateboard culture. And one of the coolest things ever is Santa Cruz Screaming Hand art. And they did a special release of this vinyl toy. And it's funny because it's a funny thing that we got to do the grommets book, because the very first comic that I ever thought about doing a variant for is I always wanted to do a version of Jim Phillips' Screaming Hand, right? I thought it would be that would be amazing to do a grommets cover with the Screaming Hand, right? And see if I could get Jim Phillips to do a variant for it. He's not doing stuff anymore. I think he's getting, he's born in 44. So how old is he? He's 80. How old is he? 80 something years old. So, but it's still, whenever I see this image, I just get nostalgic. And we were on a show one time and we found this. Kid Robot did a glow in the dark hand 3D figure. Here you go. Here's the back. So we got to test this sucker out and see if this thing glows in the dark.
Let's go.
Right?
Let's do it.
So here we go. Let's see. Please work. Please work. But this is going to go on.
What year did that come out? What year did that come out, Brian?
It just came out. It just showed up.
Oh, it just came out.
Yeah, it's fine. It was a Kickstarter or an Indiegogo or something. I think Indiegogo.
Okay. Oh man, Brian Leg should be here to see this thing right now.
Look at how cool this is, dude.
Oh, it's so tight.
Look at this.
Yeah, I love it.
Santa Cruz on the bottom. All right.
That's awesome.
So it glows in the dark or lights up?
It's supposed to glow in the dark. So
I got to charge it up,
We got to charge this sucker up, dude. So I hope this works. I'll be pissed if it doesn't.
I feel like you just opened Zartan and we ran outside to see if it's gonna work.
Let's go. Hell yeah, dude.
No?
It's going to take some time, dude. What does the box say?
Completely dark. Turn off your computer, Brian.
Hold on, I'll do that. Hold on.
Yeah, the monitor is like giving you like a big glow, so it's hard to tell. But is the teeth or just the teeth that glow?
I was thinking it was the whole hand because that blue looked like it would glow. But
looks like it might just be the teeth.
Yeah.
Maybe it's me. Maybe if I do this, hold on.
It's not glowing, dude. Maybe I need UV light. Does it
throw the trash?
I know.
Send it to me, Brian. Just send it to me. I'll put it on the shelf. You don't need it. You don't need to have it there.
To the bathroom, shut the door, and that's how I know something glows in the dark.
Yeah, I'll test it later, but it's still cool as hell. So if it
looks awesome, man. I bet it just needs to. Sometimes it takes like an hour of sitting outside the package for it to glow. But to me, it looks like the hand itself would glow.
It doesn't say anything. It's supposed to glow. Yeah, glow hand. And it doesn't say anything on here. That's kind of whack.
Oh, it says glow hand, but not glow in the dark.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a little different.
What a fucking joke. Well, it's
I
still
feel
cool
like
as shit. It's still cool as
I
shit.
feel like
So.
we're 11 and he just got a toy from Toys R Us and he's like, dude, this ain't glowing in the dark.
This is gonna go right where that Royal Guard is right now. It's gonna go right there.
That's a good spot.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
yeah.
That's cool.
So that's super dope.
I love it. Looks awesome, man.
It would have been cooler if it would have glowed in the dark, but
Hey, where's the Sex Panther I got you, bro?
it's in the other
cologne?
room. Yeah, it's actually it's in the other room. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. It's on my shelves in the other room.
Remember was it Anchorman?
Yeah,
Like
no,
Sex Panther?
Yeah, Anchorman. Yeah, Hello San Diego. Yeah, that type of stuff. So I don't know, man. That's kind of a bummer, but oh well. It is what it is.
It'll glow. Hey, one night you'll come in there and you'll be like, man, there's a glowing hand in here. It'll just dark.
It might need
Yeah, I think
UV,
I think you need UV lighting
maybe
to hit
UV.
it, and like, yeah,
Yeah, who knows? But it's still a cool
it doesn't
thing.
say how to make it react on the box.
No,
like
that's the
leave
weird
it
thing,
outside or anything like
bro.
that.
It doesn't say anything. It just says glow hand. Let's go to the site. Hold on here. Kid.
Hey, did you get hit with that dust storm, Brian?
Yes, big time, bro. We're in the middle of monsoon season right now. So like the storming out right now, dude. In monsoon season, you'll never hear thunder like you hear in monsoon season in Arizona. There'll be thunder that will roll consistently for 3 minutes. It'll rumble for 3 minutes consistently, not stopping. It's crazy. All right, here we go. Kid Robot, Screaming Hand. Glow in the dark vinyl art figure.
See,
You gotta go on YouTube.
It's not dark enough in there.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is.
Go on YouTube. Man, this thing will fucking glow in the dark.
Just dim the lights to see it glow. That's weak. That's weak, but it's still cool.
Dim the lights.
It came. When did this? We've been waiting a long time for this thing, but it's they did one a while ago that was light up that I didn't get, that I hate myself for not getting it. It'll be glowing by tonight. Brian needs to have a session with it. Jesus. All right. Couple of other things real quick. We're 2.5 hours in. I want to talk about did you guys see this sale? $13 million. The highest card sale ever for a 2007 exquisite Kobe Jordan dual logo man 101 auto. It's a PSA 6. Sold for $13 million. It was a group of 3 investors, including
Shark Tank.
Yeah, the Shark Tank guy, Kevin O'Leary. That bought.
Oh, that's the card he bought. Yeah,
Yes.
I heard all over the news he bought it went in.
Yep.
Well, but do you think that would have sold for that much if Kobe hadn't have passed? I don't think it sells for that much, right?
Yeah.
I think it sells for that much because one of those people you cannot get them to ever sign anything.
Yeah.
So, dude,
isn't that crazy? It beat out a
Wish I had
52 tops Mickey Mantle SGC 9.5 that sold for $12.6 million.
Was those the logos actually on jerseys they wore as well, or is that just logo jerseys not associated?
I don't think they wore them, but I don't know. Do you know, Hood, if Exquisite has game worn jersey logo mans?
I don't know.
I don't know either. If there's any
So it's
card
really
guys.
the reason this went for so much is the 2 autos on one card.
So that brings up an interesting conversation because I had one of my good family friend reached out to me. It was one of my dad's best friends that passed away, and his wife was going through like all the collectible stuff he had, and she's just ready to move on from it. And she asked me if I could help her with it, and I said no problem. And I was like, tell me what you have, and she shot me over images. She has a Kobe signed jersey. She has a signed jersey by everybody of the World Series Boston Red Sox the first time they won it. recently. The Chicago White Sox World Series. She's got all these jerseys signed. And I'm like, depending on what they are, I'm going to do some more research on them. If they're game worn jerseys or anything like that, that's heritage auction type of material,
Yeah.
because of what you're saying, Mark,
Right.
I think this card goes a lot deeper than that. I think it's all about the relationship that they had. I think, especially Jordan, like speaking at, not his
Kobe's
funeral, but like a celebration of his life.
Yeah.
I think it just goes deeper. That's his little brother.
Was there not
know?
many cards that they did sign together? When Kobe's
Yeah.
alive, they were doing a lot of stuff. Did they not do many together like that?
I don't think so, because Jordan only
I don't
signed
think
for
like
Upper
this,
Deck.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. You only signed for Upper Deck stuff. Well, but think about this. Okay, that's sold for almost 13 million. What did Todd pay for some of them baseballs? And we're talking about something that actually is part of baseball history at that time. Wasn't it like just $1 million or $5 million, something like that?
I can't
Well,
remember.
part of baseball, like you got to put an asterisk on there.
We have, but at that time, I don't know. That was.
Didn't he pay $1 million for the ball for the McGuire ball? I think he paid $1 million for it.
Yeah, number 70, right? Was it 70 or 62
he bought both of them. He bought the 62, and then he bought the final one as well.
But just imagine, though, what I'm saying is that was $1 million back then. Have we really went up to where this maybe back then would be worth? See, back then this wouldn't be worth even $1 million because Kobe was alive. But
bro, collectibles have just exploded.
They skyrocketed. That's what I'm trying to say is like, dude, and that was like something. Todd was in the news everywhere about buying that baseball.
Yep.
And I know Dennis O'Leary was that's who did it. He bought this from Shark Tank. So he's in the news about it. But it's just like, dude, that's crazy.
I think there's been a lot of hype on logo men, and the bounties they put on logo men and really have leveled up. Especially a 101 auto patch logo man. I mean, like, you're not going to find something like, I mean, maybe there's one other one like that. I don't know, like from Upper Deck, maybe a year later or something like that.
Guys from Upper Deck got to be sitting there going, dude, that's more than we made on all these sets combined. We didn't make that much money,
Dude,
that's crazy.
Check this out. This is them bidding on it.
Listen, you're gonna pay $15 million for cardboard?
Don't tell her you're splitting it 3 ways, so it's not that bad.
Just what, about 4 million?
Blaming you and Shine for getting involved in this. Listen, you're gonna pay $15 million.
Yeah, it's at 10 million right now.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Well, let me ask you, if you guys were in their position, say you're a millionaire,
Paul
right?
Warshaw, the guy that
would you buy it?
No, absolutely not. I think the collectibles market, especially the card market, is so volatile.
Right. If you were going to invest about 4 million right in, because they split it, wouldn't you be like, I could invest 4 million in something that would bring me a lot better investment on return?
Yeah.
Now it'd be different if he sits there and says, look, I knew these guys. I was a big follower. I loved them to death. And I want to spend the 4 million just so one day my great grandkids can see this card. That's different. As an investment part, he would have been better off buying these blind bags that are coming out. FOC this weekend, economics and comics has got you back over there. Billy, take care of you.
Man, the guy that would pay $4 million for all them blind bags probably has like Farouk Gazalt as the daughter. But I want a monster now.
I would like to know who spends the most, because I know some guys personally who've told me, like, for their personal collection, they said, Mark, I bought 1,000. I want to know who has bought. So if anybody knows out there, I want to know who's bought for their own, not just to resell, but for their own self. I want to know if anybody beat 1,000, because that's crazy to me. I mean, that's wow that they would buy that.
You already know, man. Come on.
So
did you guys see this?
You already know.
No, I only know one guy. Mark Boa said he bought 1,000 of them. I don't know if
Don't
anybody
put
else
it
is not
past. Don't
wanting-
put it past Mr. Heroes Reborn. Like,
Yeah.
You
they
think
go
John
in
got
at the
one?
last minute.
He could have. I know it.
So they did a
What is
Batman edition SUV, sold out in
That is
135
fucking cool,
seconds.
dude.
That's
Right?
insane. Wow.
Look at this thing.
God,
It was
that's
only
beautiful.
priced at 33,000.
33,000. It sold out in 135
man.
seconds.
Dude, that's what a normal SUV would have. That's what I'm saying. Is like I could understand if this was, real expensive, dude. That's a no-brainer,
It puts Batman signals on the ground when it's parked.
dude.
Look at the
That's
top.
awesome,
Now,
Dan.
to get one, I'm gonna
I
have
wish
to go
I
on
wish our
eBay
Walking Dead
and
one
pay
was that
probably
cool.
Right?
70,000.
Dude, that's cheap. My truck was 40 grand.
Clutch,
That's
did
what
you
I'm
ever
saying.
did you ever drive any of those Walking Dead cars?
No, I mean I still drive the one that I got from.
Oh,
it,
you got one? I didn't know.
Well, I didn't get. I know I didn't get one of the Walking Dead versions, but in the deal, I got myself a car.
Oh,
so I still
good.
drive that car now, like 11 years later.
That
You
is
know what you
such a
should have
cool
did,
thing,
Mark?
dude.
You should have made a Mark Smears, dude, for the blind bags, dude. At least one or two, and just put them in there.
Well,
There's
there's
still
some
time.
tricks.
I heard y'all earlier tonight where they were talking about the guys were going to the printer and sign some books. And I still I would love for them to send me a couple hundred of books, and I would easily sign them and send them back. I just don't know if they got time, right?
Mhm.
I don't want to hold nothing up, but I want to do a Mark Smears. I think that's actually going to be one of my signature prices. It'll be do you want it smeared? That's a $5 extra. No,
Extra?
Hood
Oh,
there saying, do you want it smeared? And give Hood the money to smear it. $5, he'll smear it right there.
No, I just think it's a cool novelty where you can take your SIG and kind of do different things with it that make it fun, so.
Oh, I have people all the time when I was at Farley and other places say, can you do that signature that you did with Hood where you would go around it?
Yeah.
Right. Like a halo effect. And it's
Oh.
just, I would do it, but then I would finally say, hey, I can't do it no more because it would take me like triple the time. And I didn't charge more, I just did it. So I got to figure out a way to do that. Rob does it, the chisel. And he,
I want to talk about Rob.
Oh, you did
I'm
a couple of chisels.
I'm
too.
glad you brought up Rob because I got something I want to show you guys. And me and Clutch were talking about this backstage before the show. Rob Liefeld needs to just get a freaking show. He needs a reality show. He is so much fun
I
to
would
watch.
watch it.
And he's been doing these really good drops on social media lately.
Yeah.
And there's one where he's watching the original little promo for Deadpool that Ryan Reynolds made to try.
Oh,
and,
yes. I've seen this
we
where he
gotta
walks
watch
out
this
there.
together. Yes, because
Rob's reaction video, right? That's what it is.
you could tell he's so proud and he's almost tearing up at times, and it's so fun to watch. Check this out, you guys.
I wanna shoot, baby. Shoot, baby. Shoot, baby.
In your stack, especially in the background, I wanna take your mother for a buck like that. You get surprised with that shake, baby. If looks could kill you, would be and the gun bang.
Oh, hello. I know, right? Whose balls did I have to fondle to get my very own movie? I can't tell you, but it does rhyme with Pulverine. And let me tell you, he's got a nice pair of smooth criminals down under. Anyway, I got places to be, a face to fix, and bad guys to kill.
Maximum effort.
I will never not look at this and not think of this opening of the Deadpool movie as a movie they wouldn't greenlight for 5 years. This was actually shot the weekend that Green Lantern premiered in theaters. So Ryan Reynolds has Green Lantern coming out, and he is going to Tim Miller's Blur Studios in Manhattan Beach. I had visited there a bunch of times because the director, Tim Miller, had contacted me and said, hey, Rob, I'm going to be directing Deadpool. And I had read the screenplay a couple of years prior, but now they'd finally landed a director. And I was so excited because Tim Miller was a giant comic book, like legit comic book fan. This opening and seeing Deadpool, because none of us understood why they wouldn't greenlight it. And not until this got leaked 4 years later was when you guys all experienced what I experienced. But this was basically sitting in a drawer for years and then blew up.
Dude, just watching him watch this is cool because you could see it in his head, you know, him remembering these memories and being proud of it.
Have you seen him watch the original in Wolverine, the bad one with the sealed up face?
Yes. Yes.
I tell you, Rob does need his own show, because wouldn't it be neat just to follow him around with a camera?
Totally.
I mean,
totally, dude.
Oh yeah.
He's so entertaining. I don't care if he's at McDonald's buying him some chicken nuggets. I would watch it. It's entertaining.
I guess there's a one I haven't seen yet where he's watching, because McFarlane did his Whatnot sales, and I guess he watches the Whatnot thing. Has anybody seen those ones? I don't know if he's.
I haven't watched that one yet. I got to watch it.
Yeah, he's been doing. Whoever's doing his social media and his content lately is just really, really good. Here we go. Check this out.
Hey everybody, Todd McFarlane here. Today we're going to see if I can't draw Deadpool in 2 minutes or less. Here's a photo. This is our first meeting to Image Comic Books. And this is my good friend Rob Liefeld. Rob Liefeld is the co-creator who did the design of Deadpool. So Rob, if you're watching, this is for you, bud. You need some slit eyes. 1, 2 slit eyes. Here we go.
Todd doesn't even use
got
those
a round
eyes
head
later.
here that comes up in here. Give him a nice strong chin that comes into a jaw, and then just give him a round head. Don't worry about the ear for right now, because again, that's just going to be something that you'll be able to get to pretty quickly. You're pretty much done. As weird as it is, you're pretty much done. Now, all you have to do very quickly is give him some circle eyes, right? Blam, there's some circle eyes. Just give him some black eyes. And once you give him the black eyes, you can cut some whites in there. Boom, boom. And now we go color, and then we give him some shadows. And there it is. You have Deadpool. Done. We're done.
I distinctly remember the day that Todd posted this drawing Deadpool. It was really exciting. Todd doesn't draw as much anymore. He's too busy doing his toys, running his Spawn empire. But seeing him draw Deadpool was fantastic. I knew the fans would flip, and they did. Todd's Spider-Man was so influential in pushing me to create Deadpool, because Todd would taunt me, and in this video, it's right there. He's like, and you're done. Because you get the eyes, and you get the symbols, and all you got to do is a shape of a head, and you're in and you're out. And those kind of characters are invaluable. And Todd used to tell all of us, I'm drawing Spider-Man today while you're drawing the entire X-Men. You're drawing X-Force. I'm done for the day. That envy spoke to me, because I wanted to have a character that I was as in and out of as he was with Spider-Man. Great seeing Todd draw Deadpool. Would love to see more. Love this clip.
I love these clips, man. That's exactly the whole thing about, Todd, or I mean, awesome. Rob needs to have a camera. Just following him. I'm good with it.
Todd told me a long time ago, if you're going to make a character you're known for, or so that's why I wanted to be known for Spawn. He said, find an easy character that you can draw when you're 80 years old, which is like Spawn, Spider-Man, right? You're not even having to worry about. And then I came up with my Slayer, because I was like, same thing. I was like, I need to do something. I'm in and out so quick. You could do a little quick sketch if you need to.
You don't have to do all the faces.
I really wish they would write books on their knowledge of comics and careers in comics, because it's invaluable. And when they're gone, when they're not wanting to talk about it anymore, it's going to lose it for the guys coming up, because, dude, these guys have a gold mine inside their heads it's just phenomenal.
I agree with you.
It's got to be somebody that knows how to interview and knows how to ask the right questions.
Well, you know what?
Because they're not just going to give you. They're just not going to. How did you get started? Yeah,
and they get tired of those questions.
Right.
Todd would say that he says sometimes I'm hearing myself talk, and I'm actually an outer body experience or something because I'm answering the same question over and over. So you love it when someone sits there and asks you something, you're like, I haven't ever got that question. Right. So, but Rob, I hope, does some kind of book. Todd did that book of collected art where he goes through a lot. It's all where he sent it into Marvel and DC and tried to get work and all that stuff. So that's a great collected edition. I hope Rob talks more about that kind of stuff and puts it in writing so the next generation can get it.
I agree.
It's valuable, man.
Yeah.
You ought to have Rob on here. Didn't you talk about that?
I would love to have
when
Rob
Young Love
come
was
hang out
coming
with
out.
us, dude. I would love it. I would
I'll
love
tell
it.
you this: that whole episode where all those creators left Marvel at one time. Can you imagine if something like that happened now with social media and Twitter and all of this?
Oh gosh.
Like what that I mean, that would have just rocked the internet in a way
yeah.
that, and without the internet, that still was huge. So that just tells you
Because
the
you were hearing it
magnitude
through your
of
buddy or at the comic store or Wizard, things like that.
Yeah.
But like you said, man, that would dominate. That it was on the news that night that Marvel stock fell because they left.
Wow.
The thing is that'll never happen again because, and my thing is not that we won't have big creators like that. It's because Marvel and DC will never allow a creator to outshine their product anymore. If you get what I'm saying.
Yes.
They don't want that. Right back then, it was McFarlane's book. It was Liefeld's book. It was Lee's book.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't care what they drew. I remember McFarlane doing Quasar cover. I bought it. I didn't care what it was. I had to have it. So nowadays, I think they push the creators down. Writers, artists, colorists, whoever they are, they will not allow them to outshine the character because they're like, no, can't do it. We'll let you go and get someone else in.
You know, they talk about like McFarlane, like the minute they got Jim Lee to jump ship, like that, like then they were taken seriously. The minute Jim Lee's over there, like, oh shit. Like,
and I believe that. I think they thought, it's just two hotheads with McFarlane and Liefeld. They thought, those guys are going to go over there.
Yeah, because they were the rebels, right? They were the guys that just pushed back.
Yeah, they were the most vocal. Lee was
straight
a
arrow
man. He went with whatever the road was, and for him to do it, and then to get the other guys, man. I was buying Guardians of the Galaxy back then. I bought every issue.
Oh, Valentino.
Yeah, Valentino was doing good over there. Then you had Silvestri was doing amazing on X-Men, and who was it? Willis Pistachio. He was awesome. I mean, so every Larson. I mean, I was buying his Spider-Man, and I think they said that in the documentary that out of all the books, all 12 of that year prior to Image getting founded, 11 of them were of the top #1 books were owned by those guys that they did it. Just one, which was I think a DC book for 1 month.
Can you imagine like their first meeting, Mark, where they're all together in a room and they're talking about what they want to create and, just assembling Image in the beginning?
That's awesome because it's like a bunch of kids getting it, like 13-year-old boys getting together saying, I can create anything now. And they were sacrificing this, not knowing that it would work, not knowing that they were going to get paid more eventually than they did. And that documentary, Silvestri said, I had to sell, I figured it up just to make the money I was before, I had to sell 60,000 copies. And he was worried, right? Couldn't I sell 60,000? And look what happened. I mean, all of them blew up. Everything from Image at one time, I don't care what book it was blowing up, right? But that's just, it's fascinating. I don't think there's even enough stuff out there on that. I know there's like 2 documentaries. Kirkman's got one of the secrets to the comic industry or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And then there's another one about the Image guy. But dude, there needs to be even more stuff. I would love a movie.
Movie, totally, bro.
But that'd not be amazing.
Yes.
That'd be
because
fun, yeah.
dude, these guys changed comics forever. There would not be monsters right now if Image, even though it's not an Image book, if Image hadn't have done that to lead the way for more independence. I don't think there would be a Hellboy right now. We wouldn't have had those movies if it wasn't for Image. I think all this revolves around what Image did, and it changed the industry for the better. I mean, I can't say at all for the worse because it changed it. Because a lot of people say, well, but it changed this and that. It changed everything to the good. So there needs to be more stuff about it. I
What up,
consume
Dad?
anything I can get about Image. It's amazing.
Right, because they have more stories. They could just like on script, like a script.
Yeah.
You get somebody, and you could cast that, like comic book fans would like flood to see that if you casted it right.
Well, and there's conflict. It ain't just like they were all buddies.
Oh yeah.
Larson and Liefeld butted heads. It was Liefeld and Silvestri butted heads. Even Todd, who was like a big brother, butted heads sometimes with Rob because Rob had his own vision of doing what he was going to do. They all had studios, which I knew as a kid that was odd. That in a year into the books, they all had their own studio except Todd. Todd didn't do that. So you had Top Cow, you had Wildstorm.
They're all
Awesome.
their imprint.
Yeah.
It was you knew something was going on when all that was happening. But
I want to
man,
talk
what a
about.
time for comics.
I want to before we call it a night. I want to show a couple of new artists that I've seen lately that have just blown me away. I want to start off with this artist, this Just Franny. Have you guys heard about this artist?
I have.
No.
We have. I think you showed her a while back.
We
Brian.
did.
Great.
We showed her a while back. She had some really good Spider-Gwen stuff, but this artist is next. Like, she's gonna be a big freaking deal. You could see, like, her getting better.
Is it like Copics or watercolor almost?
I
It doesn't look
believe
like
so.
it's digital color. Yeah,
I
that's
believe
beautiful.
so. Yeah. I mean, look at this.
It's,
And then-
yeah, it's water. It's a hashtag watercolor.
Watercolor.
Okay.
Look at
Bro,
this.
look at that Wonder Woman, bro.
Oh yeah.
Mama!
So it has this kind of animation feel, like
Man, that
great
looks like
animation.
that looks like the one. What's his name? Drew.
Panosian? Who?
No.
Pete
From Clutches.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll looks like Pete Carroll.
With
Yeah.
the green eyes? Yeah.
Bro, put up that Pete Carroll against that book.
Well, it's the green eyes. It's the big green
That's
eyes.
pretty
bro.
damn close, dude.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
is it an
Ooh, look at
homage to that?
No, I don't think
I'm
so.
not gonna say. I'm not gonna say anymore.
That was for issue number 13.
Oh no, that was so the other one, his cover's a cover too, right? So it was both of them are covers. So I tell you though, it's almost like an animation style, like
Very animation style.
Dragon, what was that? Dragon Slayer?
Yeah.
No, Dragon Slayer back then, which I love. And
Oh,
it's
that's Don Bluth. Don
Don
Bluth.
Bluth, man,
Oh, yeah,
he's
yeah.
one of the best artists of all time. She has that look to it, but with the softness of the
The
watercolors,
softness, yes. Yeah.
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's watercolor. She is really, really freaking good.
Oh, look
Look
at
at
that black
this.
cat, dude.
Oh, this black cat. Look at the Psylocke,
Oh.
dude.
Oh shit, Mama,
Yeah.
bro, that's a great cover, bro.
Here we go. Leg will love that She-Ra.
Oh
Oh, that's
Yeah.
good.
Careful.
Good. All them,
Careful.
rays.
Yeah. Look at these. Holy shit, man. So she's got
can I
covers
show-
out there.
Can I show you guys something real quick?
Yeah. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Oh my God, that's beautiful. Okay, Hood, you ready?
That's
Here we go.
awesome.
Now, do you think Suspiria would sign this?
That's pretty funny.
Mama,
I want
And
to
you
shout
shut
out.
up.
Tough comment.
she would, right?
Maybe. Hey, I want to shout out our boy Art by Fitz, who is just continuing to do amazing stuff. This was a piece, I guess, that was in a children's museum. He says last year at Butler Art Fair, the Children's Museum acquired my piece Saturday mornings. I'm grateful for milestones like these, not only because the entity in which acquired it, but being recognized by the city I grew up in and call home. Thank you for seeing me. I hope to
Yeah.
make you proud. 317. Look how cool that.
That's
that
awesome.
is, right? And he's been doing a lot of really good stuff. Go check out Fitz. He's just killing it, man, lately.
Cool guy.
He did a podcast that was really good. He did this podcast, Followed Money Pod, that was really good. So go show him some love. We're gonna bring him back on the show at some point, and I really want to get him to do something. I'm gonna have him hopefully design our first shirt. So we'll see how that plays out. He's a really good, really cool cat, and got really good art. Okay, continuing. Look how good this piece is. You're never gonna believe who this is by. This is by that Mannix artist. You guys know who I'm talking about? Look how beautiful that piece right there is. Really good.
That's cool.
But this is this artist, and it blew me away when I saw it. I was like, "What the hell? Holy cow!"
Wow.
Yeah, Mannix. You know this style. He does a lot of dynamite stuff right now. People love his like weird kind of like Rick and Morty almost style art.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this right,
Rick and Morty style, yeah.
Yeah, but this right here is really
That's
fucking
sick.
good.
You know who? Okay, follow me on this road. It kind of looks like, what was the guy from Mad Men?
Yeah,
Or
Mike
Mad-
Allred.
Mad
Yeah.
Men?
Yeah,
Mike
totally.
Allred, okay.
Yeah.
He has that tongue looks kind of like that, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The detail, yet it's like, it's almost animation to where it's like, they say you're a great artist when you could add the lines, but you don't, because it's simple is better, right? You know, like
Mhm.
Bruce Timm. And that's what that is, man. He's mastered that. That's awesome looking.
This is artist named Mike Butkus. Acrylic and colored pencil. Wait until you see this. Look at this. This guy is fucking crazy good.
Dude, that's up there with what's the guy's name that did all the posters?
Drew
Strozan?
Struzan.
Yeah.
Struzan, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. Just really crazy stuff.
Ah,
Mm-hmm.
you had a third eye, bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's pretty sick.
Look at that. Is that Red Sonja or whatever? That looked awesome.
Okay, shout out to our boy Jay Gonzo for the Minor Threats cover. I love that. Really good. Here's art by. Oh no, this is Paper Frank. This is the guy who Vinny did the vinyl figure with, and this guy is a really, really good artist. He does a lot of covers, album covers and stuff. But Vinny teamed up with this guy to do a Paper Frank vinyl figure of this character.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I wish Nate was here to check this out. The new PSA magazine has a Garbage Pail Kids Juan Soto cover.
Oh,
All right. Here's more Jay. This is
apples.
Maria Wolf had an original art
Wow.
sale on Shortbox. Look at this. She's got, look at how good that is.
Yeah.
I love her style, man.
Dude, when she did that shark, was that the Jeff the Land Shark, or I don't know
Uh-huh.
what shark it was?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
That was badass, dude.
This is awesome right here.
That's so awesome.
Perillo, Spawn, private commission for NYCC.
Wow.
Just watch this.
Fuck.
Yeah.
God. Wow.
Oh yeah, man. Billy's in the chat right now. Shout out to Alex for the $10 super chat. He says, "Great show, everyone. Hit that thumbs up and subscribe." Thank you, brother. Billy has that famous story about getting the Perillo original art piece, and the framers messed it up, and he had to reapply the clear coat to it. And we talked about that. You guys can go check that out on his channel. But I mean, look at this piece.
That's not even funny, bro. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of DC work lately. Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love the highlights. Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Boom.
Yep. Okay, look at this.
That's
Butcher
good.
Billy It's the name. I just like the design of this cover, especially. I don't know what this is. This is just an art piece that he did. You can tell it's kind of got like the new Superman's look, but I like that. This guy's got a lot of really cool art that he does.
That looked like Yee on base, dude.
Where?
Look, the action looked like Aaron.
Oh
dude.
yeah.
Bro, get Aaron to sign that, bro.
Look at these. Look at this.
Oh,
I mean,
cool.
Look like Devo, bro.
All right, Gary Newman, Susie and the Banshees.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very cool. This is where that's the original piece right
See,
there.
that looks like Yee, bro.
Look at this Morrissey piece. So.
Oh, is that Ozzy Osbourne as Iron Man? Look at that. dude. Wow.
Yeah. So pretty cool. Keep an eye on him. We'll keep an eye on him. This is a tattoo artist. Look at this. He's designing the tattoo.
Man, that's great looking.
And wait till you see the final tattoo.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
How much do you think that costs, dude?
Dude, fucking 10.
That's nuts, dude.
It's a big piece. It's like super in depth, dude. It's fucking real expensive.
Yeah.
$10? That's not bad at all.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that.
Oh man, that looks so
Wow.
good.
Wow.
Jesus. So that his name, this is from Merkham's that reposted it. That's my local Phoenix hip hop artist that I love. But his name's 9O-Tone at 9O-Tone. This was the new Cause album cover for the new Clips album, which I thought was kind of cool. Flops comic. I got this in the mail recently. If Stein doesn't have one, I'll send it to him. This is that Ito guy. That was pretty crazy. We talked about him. Look at this. Batman the Animated Series Last Laugh poster by Phantom City Creative. I would love to have that framed.
Dude, that's
you know?
great. That's
awesome.
Fucking great, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. This is Cassidocious
Mama!
Rex. Yep. Painting by Steve Ferris of Red Sonja. This is really cool artist that does these wood carving pieces. Look at all those skulls. How much time do you think that took? Yeah.
Those hands are detailed.
Yeah. Man, that is awesome.
Got all those skulls.
Yep. Mike Choi. This is pretty cool. Here we go. This is why I love Mike Choi's content. This is a great piece of IG content for artists.
The convention closed like 30 minutes ago. I have to be in a drink and draw in 30 minutes. Some kind of event where I'm painting or drawing or something. I haven't had dinner. I haven't eaten today. I had coffee. But I'm here. It's 30 minutes past closing. It is empty. But I'm here because I am working on this thing. And I'm having so much fun doing it. And I know the second I stop, I might not want to get back into it again. But right now, I'm having so much fun. I don't want to eat. I don't want to charge my phone. I don't want to go to some drink and draw, even though it's the same thing, I guess, that I'm doing now, minus the drinking. But I'm just having so much fun doing this all alone in an empty convention center. I can't believe this is my job. I can't believe that this is what I get to do for a living. I don't even know if I'm getting paid for this thing. I hope I'm getting paid.
What a great post, right?
Yeah, his videos have been awesome. Like, so good.
And then this is this London Gold
Oh.
Center. Yeah. Look at these pieces real quick.
Oh wow.
Hold on, there's more.
Bro, you see that Clint Eastwood up there, dude?
Yeah, the Clint Eastwood. I mean, this is just crazy right here.
Bro, the Yoda.
The Superman piece. That's beautiful. And then we only got a few more. This was kind of cool. This is one of the original artists on Aqua Teen Hunger Force. And he was selling some original art from the show. So, pretty cool. And then this is crazy. I love that piece right there.
Dude, that's badass, dude.
That's
Oh, I'd love
freaky.
to have that.
Yeah.
Nope, I don't want that. That's too gnarly, dude. That's too gnarly.
And then finally, this was a crazy piece. Dan Dos Santos. And I just really like that right there. I think it's a cool looking Spider-Gwen piece. I don't know what it's going to be for. But that being said, 3 hours, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Please hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Hit that like button. Come hang out with us every time you get a notification. Go put in your order for your Mark Spears Halloween blind bags. You're going to love them. Go check out Big Clutch's next sale, which is going to be when, Clutch?
This weekend, I think. I think it's Sunday.
This weekend, Sunday.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell Vampirilla and Transformers on Saturday.
There we go. Saturday. I'll be
So
trying
it was
to
Thursday, but now it's Saturday.
Well, I'll be trying to do something tomorrow night then in your place. Leg, shout out to Leg. I think he's got some stuff coming up as well. Go check out Leg's stuff. And then New York Comic-Con is coming. Comic-Con is coming, you guys. We got a lot of stuff we're going to be talking about there. I know a lot of us are hoping to get out there. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And
I wish, you know what? They should let's just add one more thing to happen that week. You know, like maybe we push out these blind bags until the week of New York Comic-Con as well. Thanks, Mark.
Thanks, Mark. Yeah. That being said,
You know
we'll
what?
see you
I might
next
just show up to New York Comic Con with a mask, like a Red Hood mask on, and just
out
walk
there.
through the lines.
Just walk out and just hand out bags to people as you're walking
Yeah.
out.
I'll be in some kind of get up and just hand out bags to people randomly.
Right. Here,
and
Mark.
say that,
Help! Help! Hey, everybody, running after Mark.
They're touching me. They're touching me.
Appreciate you guys that hung out with us tonight. I want to say thank you to everybody that supports this channel. Whether you guys are subscribers, if you're part of the memberships, thank you so much. I want to thank everybody that has supported for tonight. Alex, thank you so much, bro, for your 10 donated memberships. Economics and Comics for your $5 super chat. Shout out to Ronnie for his super chats tonight. Multiple super chats. Thank you so much, brother. It's great to see you back hanging out with us. We love you guys. We'll see you next time. Adios.